where do you find this shit, brother?
I find shit wherever I walk.
I guess so,
wherever
man.
I roll. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm looking at 2 stories here today where every week, man, it just gets weirder and weirder. Like, have sex with animals
It
and
depends on what end you are when you're having sex with animals, I guess, which, will determine if it's great or not.
Leon's coming in here and mouth water, and every time he comes in, look at Dr. Doom's titties. Have you noticed that every time he comes in the house, when he comes into the wonderful Spill Studios, he can't help but like say, "Damn, man, your cat got some big titties."
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always like, Liam, my cat ain't even in here right now. I mean, you just bringing this up out of the blue for no reason, man.
I know, and I'm just like, you know what? If you notice cat's titties, you bringing it up once is okay, but bringing it up every fucking time you're in the room,
I know.
I mean, that means you have your mind on one thing.
That means your mind
and
is on
that's cat
something.
titties.
Yeah. I mean, that Dr. Doom is in there mind on business, eating food or taking a shit in a litter box or something. He's just sitting up there, damn, your cat got some big titties. And at first I thought it was like he was kind of taken back by that, like it was a deformity in him or something. But look, now that I see every time he mentions that, his lips are all juicy, he gets his glassy eyed look on his face.
Yeah.
Man, your cat got some big titties.
Well, the thing is that you can't help but point out the obvious. Your cat does have big titties. I think
She does.
I think we should change the name to Hello Titty. But I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I do find it funny because at least where I hang out here when we're recording, sometimes I get the image of Leon sitting down right next to the cat, or usually, you have these couches here, and the cat usually has its own place to where the cat like spreads out. The cat looks like it's getting a fucking tan half the time, and the cat just spread eagle is the term I'm looking for. Spread eagle, and I just see Leon just kind of staring and looking, and then every once in a while I see his hand kind of etch its way to the cat and then stops, and I'm just like. Maybe he's allergic to cats. I don't know.
You know why it stops?
Mm-hmm.
You know why it stops and doesn't ever reach the cat? Because the dick gets in the way. It stops right there on his lap. Hello, titty.
Dick gets in the way. Ow!
Hey, where did you come from?
I know, but I could tell. It's like, dude, I just want to tell him. I know you want to squeeze those titties, man. Just do it. Just do it. It's a cat. You probably won't mind. You just a little pinch. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little, and leave the cat alone, and just get it out of your system, so I don't have to look at it no more.
Maybe for his birthday or something, man. I should give. For his birthday, I'll dress Dr. Doom up in some I don't know, some fishnets,
some lace panties.
Have him coming in looking like a cat French maid. Happy birthday.
Make that cat like a bikini or something, like maybe
with a 6-piece, a
6-piece bikini, but where the top of it is cut out, got little holes, so the nipples can breathe.
You know what I'm gonna do? That's what I'm gonna do, man. For Leon's birthday, I'm gonna let him milk my cat.
I think that's illegal somewhere. I don't know.
It's not illegal if the cat really isn't lactating.
Oh yeah, you should invite your neighbor over for that.
I try to milk my neighbor. I can't do that. Come here.
Oh wow.
I need nourishment.
Oh my god, this conversation just went into Fantastic Fest.
I know.
A Fantastic Fest movie script.
Yeah, man, we got to turn back because next thing you know, we'll be talking about rape because you can never go to Fantastic Fest without seeing one movie about rape.
No, it's funny. My friend was like, "Have fun at Rape Fest," and then I remember I was laughing about it. I told Cyrus about that, and he was like, "Did you get that from Leon?" I was like, "No." It's like, did Leon come up with the name Rape Fest too? I don't know, but I
think it's common now. I think it's common knowledge. I think it's going all around.
It's rape. Yeah, Fantastic Fest, aka Rape Fest.
There will be one form of rape in some movie. The first movie that I saw that I went out to see at the theater at Fantastic Fest. I'm talking about. I waited. I didn't go to any of the films because I'm gonna be like, those first few films that come out there, crazy, demented, and there's rape in there somewhere. I'm just gonna wait, and I waited 3 days. I finally went to my first film at the theater on Tuesday, yesterday, and I get there and it's a quiet kind of thriller. I'm enjoying it. I'm like, you know what? This is very psychological. This is actually pulling me in. This is actually they got some heart pounding suspense in it. And sure enough, movie stopped and somebody got raped.
Jesus.
Now, granted, it wasn't the more violent rape that I always see, but it was a form of rape, and I was just like, God damn it! You know?
It wasn't Irreversible, because I think once you've seen Irreversible, you've seen, at least I think you've seen just about as far as a real rape can go. And I'm not talking just about any rape. I'm talking about like a goddamn almost 10-minute fucking rape scene where you're just like, stop it, please. Okay, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, no, you know what? After watching that, there's a movie people call Irreversible. It's a French film. And it's a revenge film that's centered on the rape of, what's the woman's name in there? Benucci.
Yeah. Fuck, I used to
Annabelle Belucci.
Belucci, yeah.
There you go. Damn, I'm
getting pissed, yeah, because I
raped John Belushi.
Yeah, John Belushi, yeah. Belushi, yeah.
Yeah, in that movie there is
Monica Bellucci. That's why I was like, because I feel like an idiot because I used to fucking be in love with that chick. It's just every once in a while you don't see her for years and you just forget about her, but then she'll pop up again in some fucking movie for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be popping up at 78 years old. You'll be like, damn,
she's fucking hot, dude. Yeah. I mean, hot. She has like the perfect fucking breast ever, I think.
Yeah.
But seeing her get raped.
There's a 10-minute rape scene.
It is violent. It is not fun. It is violent. I mean, and that's the thing. Like that whole movie is right when you think you've seen something that is like completely fucking as violent as all hell. Something else comes and trumps it, and you're just like, whoa. And the thing is, it's a well-shot movie. I even like the kind of artsy, the artsy thing they do with it, which is they show the whole movie backwards.
Yeah.
And they make sense.
That's why they call it Irreversible.
Yeah, and they make sense out of it, and it's a really well-crafted film. But it's hard to recommend because there's a fucking 10-minute rape scene.
There's a 10-minute rape scene.
It's not fun to watch.
And it's not fun to watch. And after seeing that rape scene, that rape scene I saw in the movie yesterday was like watching the Smurfs. I hate to put it that way, but that's how violent that rape scene was. And this one, at least it was quiet and, somebody didn't really know what was happening, but it was still a kind of a rape. And I'm just kind of like, God damn it, what is it with these movies that people got to, are people just trying to shock people these days? And the only thing that shock them and get a rise out of them is like, a series of movies of rape. I tell you, last year I went to like a lot of morning screenings. Now you got to get up. Last year they had the movies at 9 in the morning, and every day they had one press screening at 9 in the morning. I would get my ass up around 8 o'clock, head on over there, and for the first 3 movies that I saw, there was some sort of just weird, sometimes violent, bloody, crazy rape in there somewhere, and that was, man. By the rest of that week, I was so depressed.
Yeah.
Let me just put it this way. When I got home, my own ass was bleeding. I was like, fuck, I got raped by Fantastic Fest. What the fuck did this happen?
I wake up and it's rape time.
Yeah, I was like, shit, wake up my blood all bloody and shit. Shit, I had to, by the end of the week, I was wearing a tampon trying to watch those movies. I was like, God damn.
I know. You got to wear like a chastity belt just to make sure you don't get raped by the filmmaker.
Shit, I went into the last movie with a rape kit. I was like, no, this is not right.
No, last year's was pretty every goddamn film it seemed like that I saw was just something you walked out going, fuck, this year not so much. I've actually tried to go out of my way looking at the description. There was one I was about to see kind of by default, but when I read the description, I'm like, okay, because it dealt with a boy. And you could tell, like, in the description, it sounds like at the beginning of the film, you probably see him get raped at some point. Because that's kind of what the description felt like.
By the way, let me stop and tell people, look, you probably heard Leon and I describe this. Fantastic Fest is an annual film festival that centers on genre films.
On genre films, yeah.
That comes around about every September. Yeah, and it's held by the Alamo Drafthouse. They have it all at their location. They bring stars over, like Elijah Wood comes over and hangs out with them. They got a lot of directors that come and hang out. They show movies, maybe 1 or 2 of them or 3 of them are going to get like a really big release.
Yeah.
But most of them are movies that you're going to see like on Netflix in a couple of months. They'll be
on DVD at some point. Yeah, not too long after.
Not too long after the festival. That's not the point. It's just a bunch of fans who love to hang out.
Yeah, and shoot the shit about movies. I mean, it is still, despite, majority sometimes of those films are pretty goddamn brutal, especially with like rape scenes and stuff. But the thing is, it is still my favorite film festival because you do find some rare genre gems in there. Like this year, fucking Juan of the Dead, which hopefully you'll get to see, just fucking blew me away. I know that movie's looking for distribution right now, and I hope it does because it deserves it.
Is that a Mexican zombie movie?
No. It's a Cuban zombie film. Yeah, it's a Cuban.
Okay.
It's a Cuban film, and it is just fucking fun and great across the board. It's an instant cult classic, and I hope to God it gets some kind of distribution because, you know, with a title like Juan of the Dead, you're like, okay, maybe they're riding on the coattails of Shaun of the Dead. So immediately your expectations like, okay, you better fucking wow me, because if not, I'm gonna be pissed that you even tried to use the name to cash on.
That's what turned me off.
Yeah, and I missed the first screen because I was like, I'll wait until I hear about it, because this could be a major disaster, and I don't want to be there to see it, because there's nothing worse than seeing a real shitty zombie movie. I mean, I get pissed, I get upset.
Maybe they're not zombies. Maybe they're a bunch of cokeheads. It is from Cuba.
That could have been the case, but thank God it wasn't, because I mean, what I got was a really fucking great film with some really great characters, some really great shit going on there with zombies, some great kills, and just an original story where I'm like, okay, this is definitely worthy to be put in my DVD collection right next to Shaun of the Dead. It's that fucking good. Hopefully you'll get to see it. Yeah.
I got one more day. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, I know more than likely because I know usually at the end of the fest they'll have normal screenings for some of the better films that I think you have to pay for. Like the regular public can go and check it out.
Sometimes they have screenings for them. Like today, I saw a Swedish thriller called Headhunters. And it was really good. It's just
that's a fantastic fucking film.
Yeah. No rape, by the way.
No rape.
Yeah, no. None.
But everything. But it has everything else.
But it has.
Head crushing scenes. Fucking just gore out the fucking ass.
Oh, but that's the thing I liked about it. It wasn't a whole lot of gore until the end. There was some there was a lot of blood, and there was a gory fucking scene.
There was
one that I
really was like over the top and great because it made sense.
Yeah, but that's what I liked about it. Like, this isn't one of these over the top bloody films. It's an actual thriller, and what scenes of violence that they have in there is because of the story. Yeah, it's not because they just want to exploit a violent scene or a lot of blood or mangled limbs or something like that. It was a really good movie. That movie's going to probably get an American remake.
You hope.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, no. I'm talking about the release. I'm not hoping it gets an American remake, because a majority of the times now I'm noticing with these American remakes is like, especially with Let the Right One In, where it's just they actually like redo the entire movie scene for scene, with the exception of like one or two shots where they'll add something different. But at the end of that, even if it's a good movie, I'm just like, well, what was the point of that?
The only reason why I want to see them do that is because, a lot of people, if that movie is re-released here, and the movie's about a guy who is a headhunter, and a headhunter is a person who is a recruiter for corporations. They go out and find the best people qualified for big CEO positions and whatnot. But this guy is also an art thief on the side, and you can tell because of his moonlighting job as an art thief, he gets caught up in some criminal activity that seems to threaten not only his livelihood but his life itself. And he gets caught up on the movie turns into like a big cat and mouse game at the end.
Oh yeah.
There's one guy who's like determined to catch him.
Yeah, the hunter has become the hunted.
Yes. The guy's kind of an asshole anyway, so you kind of feel like, you got what's coming to you, but then it gets to a point like, man, I feel bad for this guy.
Oh yeah, you sympathize with the guy. You actually like the guy, yeah.
And the only reason why I like to see them do an American remake is because if they re-release it in America,
nobody's going to see it.
Nobody's going to see it
because it's subtitled.
Because it's subtitled, and it will get a very small release. If they actually do an American remake, people know about the movie more.
Yeah,
I mean, people actually might even see the original more than they would see the remake. There was a time I hated when they were doing American remakes until I realized, nobody's going to see it anyway. Chances are more people see it if they do an American remake.
Somebody who just doesn't know that it's actually from an original film somewhere else will probably check it out. But as far as the general public goes, it's like, like with what was it when they did Let the Right One In with Let Me In? I was like, it was great acting. I hated the CG though.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm like, I'll never watch this version ever again because the original was there. I own it. So
Yeah.
why own it? I can always go to YouTube to watch that really cool car crash scene, which was like the only thing that really like, stood out to me as far as the remake.
Yeah.
But other than that,
well, guess what? Nobody else saw it either.
Yeah. Yeah. And still, it's like nobody saw that movie. I don't think.
But I think about movies like The Departed. That's a classic example.
Oh yeah.
Of
which
a
I
movie.
didn't even. Yeah, I've never seen it. Yeah.
I've never seen.
I've never seen the original,
but I'm still got that on my list to see one of these years.
Yeah.
By the way,
you haven't seen The Departed?
The original?
No, the new.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everybody's seen it. Yeah. By the way, Juan of the Dead. Any zombie rape in there? Anything?
No.
Okay, good. Because I know they got a movie called Ass Zombies that played.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I'm just kind of like
that movie. Yeah, that movie is everything you'd expect. I mean, with those like there's one called Manborg. Zombie Ass. Those are made by this company called Sushi Typhoon. Those are the guys who are like responsible for movies like Tokyo Gore Police and The Machine Girl, which you know what you're expecting when you see the creators. When you see, it's usually just those two directors.
So what is Ass Zombies like? I mean, are they
it's ridiculous.
I mean, are they like when do they turn other people into zombies by shitting on them or farting on them or something? I mean,
all it is like this parasite. It kind of reminded me, like you could tell. It kind of reminded me of Zombie. Have you ever seen Lucio Fulci's Zombie?
Yeah.
Where you got a doctor. He's trying to supposedly trying to stop this thing, whatever it is. But basically, what you find out it's a parasite that turns people into zombies, and somehow these parasites bust out of people's assholes and controls them.
Bust out of people's assholes.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I'm repulsed or this is the most incredible zombie movie I've ever heard.
But the thing is, there's a lot of shit going on in this movie. It's a shitty word in the literal sense, as far as like the first time you see these zombies rise. Yeah, rising from graves. They're rising from the shitter.
Rising from the ass.
Yeah. Well, they're rising from the shitter. While this girl's trying to take a shit, a hand comes out of nowhere, tries to grab her ass, but the zombie hand is covered in shit, so it can't get a grip. And then all of a sudden it gets to the goofy point where the hand starts slapping the girl's ass, and she's still bent over while this is going on for like 10 minutes, going, "No, stop it!"
While her ass is just waving over.
While her ass is getting the patting of a lifetime, getting a spanking of a lifetime
from a shitty hand.
Yeah, with a shitty hand,
a shitty zombie hand.
But the movie gets to such ridiculous fucking proportions that by the end of the movie you see almost like an Iron Man scene where a girl is farting through the air, fighting some fucking parasite ass creature, and basically like fucking flying through the air with fart gas coming out of her ass, like letting her fly around like fucking Iron Man.
Well, there you go, people. Yeah. Fantastic Fest.
Great film.
Raping shit zombies.
Fun for the whole family.
And farting flying girls.
Yeah.
Welcome to Fantastic Fest.
Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, out of all the things I've seen in Fantastic Fest, what I saw a girl have sex with a half man, half turtle in this movie called Underwater Love, which is fucking brilliant. Another Japanese film. Those Japanese, gotta fucking love them. Saw that shit. I saw some shit last night where it was called 100 Great Kills, which is really great.
Oh yeah, they do that every year.
Yeah, which you should check out because. Me, for one, I always think I've seen probably just about every kill. So I was a little hesitant about going in because I'm like, I don't want to go in there and it's like everything I fucking own. Surprisingly enough, it wasn't. I saw a fucking kill scene involving a goat where this guy is cleaning up one of those tractors where it has like one of those, drill blades that go around and you just know it's like it fucking demolishes anything in its path. Well, you see this guy cleaning this thing and you're just like, okay, this isn't good. Why is this guy got his harm? And
that's like some Final Destination shit.
Yeah, and out of nowhere, this goat comes and starts staring at him. And the guy turns around, sees the goat, he's like, "What the fuck?" And he runs up, "Get the hell out of here, goat!" And the goat's like, "Meh." So you see the goat run off, and the guy's like, "God damn goats." He goes back into the tractor to clean this shit. And then there's a shot where out of the corner, you see the back of the goat's head come into frame. and it's a real goat, and it's just staring. And then all of a sudden, the goat's like concentrating on the tractor, and then you see like a light flicker on, like, and then all of a sudden you see like the keys in the ignition, and then magically they turn the fucking machine on, and this guy has his arm, and he looks around, he sees that goat, and the goat's just staring at him, then the machine starts, and his arm's like, and then his leg gets caught up, and then his whole fucking body gets dragged into this drill.
Oh,
and
Jesus, man.
You see his head roll out.
So it's a killer telepathic goat?
It is, and I need to find, I wish I could remember the name. I gotta find out what movie
that is.
Dude,
because I need to research that, because goats are coming in and staring at us like that all the time. You know what I thought you were going to say? Now, this is what I thought would have been funny. I thought you were going to get the point of the view from the back of the goat's head, and I thought the guy was going to be bent over cleaning the drill, and you're going to see the point of view of that goat running into that guy's ass and kicking him into the drill. He's like, you damn guy!
That would have been badass.
And then you hear like a music playing.
Yeah.
Charge!
Oh my god! But man, I was like, wow. I said in that same show, I saw people getting killed by a telephone that emanated some kind of sonic thing that made their fucking ears bleed and their eyes bleed, and they started convulsing. And then it's like they got shot into the air for no reason. They convulsed, shot into the air, and then fucking ran out of, like, flew out a fucking window for no reason at all. And one of them was like an old man, which was even hilarious. It was even more funnier. More funnier. Which was even that much more hilarious. But I saw that. I saw somebody get ripped. I saw somebody get their legs pulled apart and ripped like a wishbone, which I've never really seen in a movie. One of them
in real life.
No, I mean, where? One of them was a film called Conquest that was directed by Luci Fulci, which I've never heard of. But I was like, okay, wow, okay, now I finally seen a kill like that. But there was another great one. It's this movie called The Burning Moon. I don't know if you've ever heard. Stop me if you ever heard of this.
I have not.
Okay, this movie has the most ridiculous fucking hell scene where this guy out of nowhere he's looking at the camera and he starts to scream. He's like, ah! Camera goes into his fucking mouth. You see it it seems like he's descending somewhere. And I'm talking about the effects they have here is like a cheap 80s, like almost like Access Television kind of effects. He goes into this fucking haunted house, it looked like a cheap haunted house.
Wait a minute, hold on. A guy opens his mouth.
The camera goes in. You're led to believe that he's going, we're going somewhere.
Into his stomach?
Into his stomach, but then you see all this other weird imagery that makes no fucking sense. And then it stops. In a haunted house where it's like if we painted your walls white in here and just fucking put some people in some bloody shirts and, some cheap special effects, have them lay around, like go and buy some fucking goat intestines or something to just lay on the floor. It's a complete hell scene where people are getting tortured, killed. You see people walking around in bare feet stepping on intestines, people screaming, like you hear like the fake screams in the background. But there's a scene where this guy gets like put on a table, and this weird looking like zombie fucked up Gwar looking character starts to torture this guy on a table, and you see him grab this huge drill and starts drilling into the guy's teeth to where it looks fake, like a Trauma type film.
Yeah.
But there's something about the fake mustache that they put on this dummy to really make it look like that shit is really going on. They got a 70s fucking porn star strapped in this fucking device.
Wait a minute, it's a dummy with a mustache?
It's a dummy with a mustache, but you see like they must have made like denture molds or something of teeth. So when you see this drill, the drill's going in and you're like, oh fuck. But I mean
I like the way you say like out of all these cheap special effects, you're like, but man, that mustache was believable.
It was.
That was the most convincing mustache I've ever seen.
It's what sold it to me, and I was just like, okay, wow, this is like the corniest shit. Like I could have filmed this shit in my backyard, but as soon as that scene came in, I saw that mustache because the mustache looked just like the guy's mustache who was screaming for dear life. I was like, wow. And then if that wasn't enough, they ripped the guy in half. Like, they grabbed one leg, pulled another, and this is after they opened up his stomach and just started, like, throwing out his intestines like they were looking for, like, the keys or something. So,
well, hey, man, it's hell in somebody's mouth. What are you supposed to do? It's hell, you know?
Oh,
like,
my God.
You're not there to, like, enjoy yourself. You're going to get ripped apart.
Oh, dude.
People, keep taking note.
Yeah.
If you ever make a movie for co-hosts, it can be the cheapest movie, but make sure you put a mustache in there somewhere.
That's what sold it to me, man.
Yeah, you know, I can see somebody throwing a dummy. Clearly, it's a dummy outside the window. If you do that, make sure you just catch the mustache on its way down. Man, that shit look real.
Oh man, but I tell you what, watching that shit made me nostalgic for like those shot on VHS. Like literally, you get a VHS camcorder, you put a tape in there and record some shit. It made me nostalgic to look for video, like horror films like that were shot strictly on video, just because they're so cheap. You know?
Yeah. Taco Bell Lugosi had tons of those, man.
Oh, he did?
I mean, he had a lot of them. I mean, he would, and I wish you would have caught him in time. He spent years collecting DVDs, everything. He would. We talked about this before. He would just go and buy shit just because it was out.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He was compulsive DVD buyer.
Which I know a lot of those people.
Yeah. He never. There was tons of DVDs that he didn't even open for years.
Yeah, and that's crazy because that actually happens. I know people who go and they find like bargains, and I'll go to their house, and it's just like the most random shit, like Scorpion King, fucking anything.
They just
like
buy them because they can. Maybe they passed a bargain.
Because it's cheap.
bin.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's like $5 or something.
But he just waited every Tuesday or whenever there was a big release, and he'd go out and buy that big release for that day.
Yeah.
But then he'd see something crazy while he was at the store, and he'd say, I'm just going to get this too. It's cheap, or the box looks weird enough for me to get. And he would get these movies that were shot like on video. I mean, we're talking about in the 90s.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. Shit that was just, anybody can get a computer and shoot with a good camera and edit. And that's what he had tons of those movies. And one day when he was moving out of here, he came in because I was going to ask him. I said, man, let me go through your DVD collections and see if there's anything that I just want to pull back, something crazy. And he's like, I threw all those away.
What?
Like, every fucking thing.
Are you serious?
He's like, man, I just dumped it over at the Salvation Army. I was like, what?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was like, I almost felt like telling him, that was really fucking rude.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You didn't ask me.
Yeah,
how dare you,
jackass?
man?
I'm into movies, right?
Yeah,
I'm sure in this pile of shit there's a gold nugget somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that's where that whole thing of me talking about, I'm completely digital today, because I remember telling him, I was like, man, why didn't you just ask me? It's like, well, I didn't think you like DVDs anymore. You watch Netflix and you watch everything on your computer now.
Yeah, you got all that shit stored on your computer.
Yeah,
like, you're about cleaning up house.
Yeah, just ask, man, because I remember walking into his room and it was never as clean as it was, man. And it was funny, the DVDs that he did open, half that shit was unplayable because he would just, when he would, I swear to God, when he would get through watching something, he would just take it out the DVD player and just throw that shit on the floor.
Oh, really?
He had tons of DVDs that were just on the floor, the playing side down. So that thing is getting all scraped up and everything. I remember I went to use the Mist one day because you and I were talking about it, and I tried to play it, and that shit got to about a quarter of the way through and just stopped. The DVD came out, the DVD player, and said, "Help me, help me! I just want to get away from him."
Got Taco Bell sauce all over that, smeared all over that shit. Yeah. Because I always get annoyed when I let somebody borrow something and it comes back, even with the smallest scratch. Because I could tell somebody, look, go look through my collection, see if you find any scratches on these fucking DVDs, and I had to stop that for a while because I felt like, man, I'm being like real anal about this shit sometimes because I know shit happens, but still, like, if I had like the smallest scratch, I'd be trying to fucking find out. I'd go on the internet seeing if there's some kind of cleaning solution or something that can just make that shit completely disappear because I'm like, I paid good money for that.
Yes.
And I don't want my shit scratched. It's like I treated my DVDs like a Porsche, like a car. I don't want to see any fucking scratches on that fucking car at all, period, ever.
I know.
Because I paid a pretty penny, $5 DVD. I don't want that shit scratched. Right?
Yeah, I like that penny was so valuable. It was a penny.
Yeah, it was a penny.
I know your room look like shit, but them DVDs be sparkling. You look at your DVD case, you're ding, 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 ding,
Pristine, dude. But I would have loved to have gone through his collection because, you know, I noticed like these days there's a lot of DVDs. Since a lot of that shit's going to Blu-ray now, there are a lot of DVDs that are now like completely out of print. I use this thing to scan on my phone to scan the DVDs just so I can have like a library on my phone of what I have. And when you scan it, it tells you like the prices of different websites that sell this product. And I must have about 5 DVDs now that are worth about $60, $70 because of the fact that they're out of print.
And
I'm just like, what? And I'm like, hey, fucking A, which I would never sell them, but just knowing that is kind of cool.
Guess what? I think Taco Bell Lugosi had about $100,000 worth of those things.
Oh,
he just dumped over himself.
You might as well just punch me in my robot nuts right now telling me that.
There was, you know what? One day I was outside and there was a homeless guy who was driving a nice car. He had some bitches in his car. Hey, tell Taco Bell Lugosi I said thanks.
Yeah.
Get out the way, bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Run over my feet as he's going by.
But man, I tell you what, dude, getting back to that festival though, it is still will always be my all-time favorite festival because, like I said, you will find some shit like you never seen. And of course, yeah, in that same 100 kills, I saw somebody I saw a guy in this go crazy while he was having sex with his chick with silver dollar titties, where he's like, oh, silver dollar titties, and this girl
like actual silver dollars.
Yeah, so like her titties, her nipples were like the size of silver dollars, and you see it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like they were actually made out of silver dollars. No. I mean, it's so weird. That
could very well happen. But the chick is pregnant. And he looks at her, and then it turns into something to an ex-girlfriend or something. I didn't get it. It was only a clip. But as soon as it turned into an ex-girlfriend, this guy, like with the worst, goes, no! And he looks up, and he looks crazy. And out of nowhere, he pulls his knife, cuts the girl, which looked really cheap, cuts the girl's stomach, and then he proceeds to dig his hand in there, pulls out a baby that was purchased at Toys R Us covered in blood, and looks at this wall that's right in front of him. You can only imagine what's going to happen. And he goes, ah! Throws the baby at the fucking wall, and there's just splats.
See, that's the kind of shit I don't need to see.
But the thing is, it's so goddamn cheap so looking. Fake, you just can't help but laugh. Yeah. And the guy's fucking terrible fucking acting makes it priceless.
You know what? I have to say that I love the atmosphere of the festival. I haven't gone to a lot this year just because I've just been busy. But you know, I do like that the emphasis is on giving the people something to do. Yeah. You know, I go to all kind of festivals, and this is one of the few that I see where they are really interactive with the members and the audiences and the crowds and people that bought their passes and all that. I mean, every night's a party.
Oh no, it is,
and it's like it is. It's just like one big old nerd rape party, and I like that the people are able to do that. You know, and every now and then, I hate to like make it sound like it's just one big gore bloody fest because they'll show some cool things. I mean, I remember seeing some children's films there before.
Dude, Let the Right One In was like, I want to say that was, I don't know if it was premiered there.
Well, when I say children's films, I'm talking about actual children's film. Now, I don't know who would bring their child near that fucking festival, but I saw one where it was like one they showed in the morning. They brought some kids. It was somebody tell me the name of this. I saw it. Actually, I was so tired after going to so many movies. I actually fell asleep and thought I was having a nightmare because it was it was toys that they animated. It was a French film. It was about a cowboy, a horse, and an Indian.
Yeah, something like I was about to say Lazy Town.
A town called
a town. Yeah. Fuck.
A town called Crazy or something like that. Yeah,
not a town called Fuck, but yeah, a town, something town. Yeah.
Yeah, a town called something. It was a cute film. You know, I saw another film where these people, the art of sound or something like that, where it was about sound terrorists. Nothing bloody, nothing horrifying, nothing crazy. It was about people who they would break into a building and they would find objects and I think people would have to be out the building, like they would break into people's homes and businesses and they would find all these objects to like make music with, like household objects, and then they would leave. And that was it, and it was all in practice to like take over the city. Like they were going to shut down the city and gradually cut things back on so they can make music with the whole town.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was actually a really creative film. Another one that is probably on Netflix that you're not going to hear about, but if somebody can tell me the name of that film because I forgot what it was.
Yeah, there's a few of those that I always like to end the fest on, just as like a light note.
Yeah,
just something fun and cool. I mean, I saw this one. I want to say it was another Japanese film where it was this guy who had like these like little like troll-looking characters that were kind of CG. They were cute. They kind of remind you of Despicable Me. You know those little minions. Yeah. Well, he had a group of these, and somehow I can't remember if they multiplied or what. But these group of minions, the movie turned into like a soccer match between these different groups. Wearing different outfits, where it was like a kind of like a soccer movie with little trolls, and it was the cutest fucking thing ever. And seeing that movie, like that ended my Fantastic Fest. I want to say last year, the year before, and it's just one of those movies I just never forgot because it's like, wow, I will never ever see anything like this ever again.
Now, did you fall asleep and miss the scene where they all got together and gang raped?
No, I missed that scene.
All right. I just wanted to make
gang
sure
raped their coach.
Right when you think it's cool and it's safe, something crazy happens.
Well, I mean, the only lighthearted film I've seen this year was that one called Underwater Love that dealt with this high school guy who died, and he came back years later as a kappa, which is a man turtle. It's the Japanese mythical creature or something. I don't know. But he comes back to this town to hang out with this old high school friend that he used to have a crush on, this girl. And he gets a job. But the thing is, he has to disguise himself because he's a turtle man. So he's just kind of like hanging out. And the guy has like sex. You actually see his turtle dick come out and has sex with a chick.
I like that this is the lighthearted film that you saw at the end of the festival.
Because every once in a while it will bust out into a musical. Out of nowhere. Bust out to a musical, which these songs were actually catchy, but at the end of the movie it was about love and lost love, and it was a great movie. But it's called Underwater Love. Look for it.
Damn, I was thinking about going to Japan one day, but I'm staying away from that place.
No, I fucking love Japan. I don't know what their educational system's like to where they all come out thinking like this and making movies
Apparently
like this.
Apparently they putting shit in milk over there or something. They fucking drugging these kids up, man. Kids come out talking about turtle dicks and buying panties from vending machines over there. And all kind of shit.
I know. Yeah, where else are you gonna find fucking panties in vending machines? I mean, that is a place I have to visit for some reason. I don't know why.
Shit, that whole fucking country's one big fucking Fantastic Fest. Yeah. Speaking of things outside of Fantastic, life itself,
yes,
is one big Fantastic Fest, man.
Yeah,
we got some stories here. I don't know if we're going to get to both of them.
All right. Well, you pick out the craziest one you
I'm
like
picking this one out right here.
Okay.
The one you're looking at right now. People, we got a story. Now, we've been talking about all these movies here with all this crazy stuff here, and including in the discussion on a guy with a turtle dick, coming back to have sex with a girlfriend of his. That has nothing on this story that we're reading about in real life. A man has wrote a memoir about a love of his. The love of his life, somebody that not only gave him great emotional love, but also gave him great physical love.
Damn, that's what every man's looking for.
And that's what every man's looking for. But where do you find it? You might be very surprised to find out. If you're looking for that kind of love, it's there.
Oh yeah,
you might be surprised at the source, but it's there. We're gonna tell you what that source is in a little while. After that, we got even a weirder story, man. That sounds like some of these movies you're talking about. I mean, sounds like some of these movies. Look at this shit.
I'm laughing at the picture right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that looks like a movie to a fucking Fantastic Fest film right now.
Yeah, this looks crazy, man. Well, I'm not going to say too much about it. Let's just say there's a story.
Because I know very little about this, but I'm dying to hear about it.
Well, look, let me just say this. A lot of people think that when you get older, you lost it all. You're not spry anymore. You don't have any energy. You're sitting, especially when you are 96 years old, all you're doing is sitting in a chair somewhere waiting to die.
Waiting to die and farting all over the place.
And all that kind of stuff. But I got a story about a woman here who, if she says, if I'm going to go out, I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
Damn.
Don't. I'm not tired. Hey, I'm not tired yet.
No shit. All right.
And I'm taking everybody with me.
You're making me more and more excited about this story.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that. Now, what is that? I hear a buzzing. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, so you know what, man? I don't know how much time we're gonna have because you got some movies to go to tonight. We got some stuff to record after this show. Mm-hmm. We got some things to do.
We'll just get down to doing it.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Get down to doing it. So it's not a whole lot of bullshit that we've piled up over here, but it's enough.
It's enough.
It's enough, man.
And I think it's worthy. It is like out of the meat, out of the bullshit that we found. This is definitely it. Yeah,
no, we picked some good stuff right here, and we talked some good shit. And usually every week we have about 20 shovelfuls of bullshit. About 10 is enough though.
For today, yeah. It's been a busy fucking week.
Yeah. For today, we'll make it happen. So you know what, man? I don't want to hold you up any longer from all your rape and craziness and turtle dicks.
Turtle sex, yeah.
Turtle sex, man, turtle sex. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started, man. I'm ready.
I'm fucking ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, if I'm ready and you ready.
We are all ready.
Okay, I'm ready. You ready? Stop it. He's looking at me, man. Ghost is sitting up there looking at me like he's about to make something happen. I don't like that.
Wait, the lamp just came on. I didn't see any of us flick any switch. What the fuck? Hey, what are you doing? I kick him in his ass right now. Okay, I can stop that shit.
Oh, look at this. The bullshit train is going by, and nobody's in it.
Oh, no.
He's making it move by himself. Hey, man, let's hear
somebody call Denzel Washington. I need help.
I think he kicked Denzel Washington off of it. He stared at him.
Oh, shit.
You know what, man? Let's hear up get on out here, because this goat is making me nervous right here just staring at me.
Are you fucking ready already, Goat? You staring into nothing? I know you're just thinking, and I can see the smoke coming out of your head. Well, come on, we got a show to do. Come on.
I'm ready.
All right, you're ready. I'm fucking ready. We're all ready.
All right,
turtle dicks are ready.
Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's so hard. It's can itself. Look at it, man. Crazy, scariest.
That's Fisher Price on it. You forgot your guitar, didn't you?
Oh, like get over here. Oh, Dave, let me see what we got here.
All right. First up on our bullshit agenda.
I got to tell you something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I already confided in Leon. I just want to tell you.
Uh-huh.
I think my mom is having an affair. And
really?
I don't like it.
An affair?
Yes.
Don't you have to be with somebody before you have an affair?
Yes.
Who's she with?
Me.
Yeah.
Not that way, but she's.
I think I saw that at Fantastic Fest. Yeah, a gripping story there. Yeah, hope it works out for you.
She's with me in spirit.
because your character ends up getting raped by the guy who she's dating. So, if you didn't know that.
Well, the guy already kind of mentally raped me. This I think she's seeing my old first sergeant from years ago.
You telling me the one that beat the shit out of that guy, almost killed him?
No, not that guy. No.
I was about to say, what the fuck?
No, this guy's named Sergeant Thomas. My mom has been talking about. She's been saying, "Guess who I saw today? Guess who I've been hanging out with? Sergeant Thomas." And
shit.
I'm like, "You've been hanging out with this guy a lot." And today she called me up. To do, and this is not a joke. This is not a lie. She called me up to like, Corey, I got somebody for you to talk to. I'm like, who you want me to talk to? And guy got on the phone. Hey, Corey. I'm like, Sergeant Thomas? Yeah, buddy, how you doing? I was like,
are you fucking my mom?
I was like, that's what I wanted to say. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But all that came out of my mouth was, hi, Sergeant Thomas.
Damn it, Corey.
Doing all right, boy?
Could have gotten to the bottom of that shit.
Yeah,
Look, man, cut the shit. You fucking my mom. Please tell me you're not fucking her right now on the phone. Please, because that is sick.
I'm about to tell you, I'm getting ready to come to wake. I want you to fuck out that house when I get there. But it didn't go out like that. All that came out was like, hey, how you doing?
And that's it? Is that all he told you?
That's all he said. Yeah.
And that's it?
Well, no, he talked to me. Like, you doing all right there in Austin, boy? And I was like, yeah. And he said, come and get that cat. Like, he tried to put it made me think, like, he asked me, like, come and get that cat. Like, like in my mind, I know it didn't work out like this, but it's almost like with the cat gone, it would, because my mom was keeping my cat when I went over to Europe.
Oh, okay.
And I had the cat stay there an extra week until I could get there to pick it up. I finally went to pick up the cat this past weekend. Sergeant Thomas was like, you come and get that cat? Yeah, why the fuck you care? And it made me think like he was just waiting for the cat to go so he could fuck my mom.
Yeah. I was like, what was that cat catching you doing something you shouldn't have been doing with my mother?
I was wanting to, yeah, exactly. I wanted to tell him, like, that cat probably making you nervous because you're guilty.
No shit.
That cat sitting up there looking at you. Since that cat belongs to me, that cat somehow is a metaphor for me looking at you.
No shit.
And you couldn't have sex with my mom because that cat was there. And I almost like thought like now the cat is gone and my mom's all giggly and shit.
Yeah. You should have told him, look, hey, don't worry about what my fucking cat is doing, all right? That cat is fucking family. I don't know who you are.
Unlike you.
But the thing is, when you sit on that couch, you're sitting on that cat's couch, all right? Now you just shut the fuck up, give the phone back to my mother, and I don't ever want to deal with you ever again, all right? And let that be the end of it.
I wish it could be like that. Hi, how you doing?
What'd you say, boy?
I know, man. Should have heard what Leon said. Leon said, I'm going to come in and catch him like having sex with my mom, on top of my mom, and I'm going to be like, hey, and he's going to look at me and be like, Coleman, about face. I'm going to turn around, and he's going to be like, up. March! I'm just going to keep on marching until I hit a wall and just keep walking to that wall.
You better be careful. He's going to make that cat videotape some shit. You don't want, there's going to be a Corey Coleman mom sex tape out there. You don't want to see that.
Do not want to do that.
That's, I mean, do you not like this guy though?
I do.
You do?
I just don't.
You think he'd be all right with your mom?
I do like him. I just don't like him on top of my mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't.
That's what's going. I don't know what's going on. I just know my mom.
You haven't even asked your mom, like, hey, what's the deal with this guy?
I'm not going to ask her that.
Why? You scared?
No.
It's your mom.
I did ask Sergeant Thomas though one time. I said, "Let me smell your finger, man."
No, damn.
No, man.
That smells like my mom.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. That smells like Simon croquettes. I have to tell you, my mom.
He's like, he's right, Corey.
My mom makes these. My mom cannot say salmon or salmon or whatever. She makes these things called salmon croquettes. They just. You take salmon and you make it into like these little patties and mix it in with some other stuff and fry them up and serve them up that way. And for years though, she said, "What do you want to eat tonight?" I'm making Simon croquettes. Who the fuck is Simon? and what about his croquettes? I don't get it. I thought it was all these years up until I was probably like about 15, 16.
Yeah.
She used to say Simon croquettes, and I was like, "Who the fuck is Simon?" Yeah. After all these years, who the fuck is Simon?
What the fuck are you making?
Yeah, exactly. Simon.
It sounds a little too much like salmonella. Yeah. I don't know if I want that. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's this guy? Why does he deserve to have his own croquettes?
I don't even know what croquette. I don't even know what the fucking croquette is, but
that's where I'm looking to see what Sergeant Thomas's hands smell like. They smell like Simon croquettes. I know something is afoot.
Oh my god! They're having food sex.
Yeah, it might be. Did you get all kind of weird images? I just don't know. I don't fucking
ask her,
like
dude.
It,
ask her. Hey, what's the deal?
I'm not asking.
You gonna fuck this guy or what? Come on, just tell me, please.
Just get it over with.
We're gonna draw this out. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
We're making up all kinds of shit going on in my head. I don't want to think about any of it.
He was just an aggressive guy, and every time I see him like possibly having sex with my mother, I see it as like rough sex, and I don't like it.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Well,
I like that.
We'll just strap on a camera to your fucking cat over there next time you drop him off. Maybe you'll finally figure it out what the hell's going on. Maybe he's just over there helping her cook. Maybe that's it.
I don't know what's going on. I don't like it. But anyway.
I wish the best to your mom. I hope she found somebody that has fun cooking. I don't know.
That guy he was a cool guy, I gotta admit, but he was rough.
He's rough?
Yeah, he called me one time. I told Leon this. I used to put funny messages on my answer machine. And I had a message on there that was from Treasure Sierra Madre. Like badges. We don't need those stinking badges. I had that on my answer machine when you called.
You just had that randomly on your answer machine.
He called. This is back when I was in the National Guard. He called up. And I guess he heard that message, and he left a message telling me, he's like, "Now, Coleman, if you threw it out of that old bullshit, call me about your dream." I'm scared to call.
No shit.
I changed my message that day. Hi, this is Corey Coleman. I'm not leaving silly messages on my phone anymore.
I had to stop doing that for a while because I'd put silly messages on, and then the responses I would get from friends would even be more ridiculous to where I'm like, can we hurry up and get to the point of what you're talking about? Quit making jokes about my fucking phone call message. I was like, That's it. There's a reason why people don't do this after a while, because you get annoying shit. Like, all of a sudden, your friend who's calling you is trying to make a fucking funny ass voice message thing that makes no fucking sense, and you're just like, really? I cannot be a victim of this bad comedy. I know. I do not. I'm not. I will not be victimized by bad comedy by my friends.
Funny message. I'm gonna leave you a funny answer. You know what, man? It gets uncomfortable. I stopped doing it because you hear something like, "We don't need no stinking badges." Corey, your uncle just died. It's just like, it's just like you feel really stupid after getting some bad news.
Yeah.
Or you've left that silly message on your machine. They're like, Mr. Coleman, we were going to hire you, but you do not seem to take life seriously.
We're looking for you. Why? How come you're not at work right now? You know you're fired? All right. Leave that as your next fucking phone message, right?
Yeah, when you get bad news that pertains to you, you feel like a complete idiot. You're like, Corey, we didn't see you at work today. Well, don't bother coming back.
There's times when I just hear a funny phone message now where if I'm calling a friend and I'm fucking like, I'm trying to get a hold of him because either I need a ride or something, I hear a fucking funny message, I hang up the phone immediately as soon as I hear that, and I delete them from my phone. It's like, I'm sorry, they just don't take life too seriously, and I cannot deal with that.
You know what I hate? I hate that when people do this thing, where they're just like, "Hey man, how's it going? Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, I need to really ask you for a favor because I'm stuck out here." Gotcha. If they've done
that is the painful, obvious one, and I hate that.
And I hate that one. You know when people do that to me, you know what I do? I call them up and I leave message after message after message of nothing. I leave messages of running water.
Yeah.
I leave messages of people just talking in a parking lot somewhere, and I just let that shit run to where they just have one message after. They'll have about 20 messages of nothing.
I would fart in that goddamn phone.
Yeah, just me taking a shit.
I know. I had a friend who's
listen to the splash kaput.
His mom and his dad left him messages like that, like on their machine, like, "Hey, what's going on? I got you. I'm not here." It's like, and you're fucking dead in a ditch. You're trying to like tell your parents that you love them, and you get that shit, and you're just like, "My fucking parents are clowns."
Yeah, you sitting up there in a pool of your own blood. Mom, Dad, call 911, and if I don't make it, I'll let. Hey, gotcha.
As my friend was mad, he's like, "Listen to this shit. Listen to two grown adults try to be funny with their phone messages. Listen to this shit." And I'm like, "Okay, I gotta listen." And I did. And I'm like, "Man, dude, you should be embarrassed."
Yeah, that's your parents.
But I was laughing my ass. I was like, "That's great. If I had parents, I wish they do that it'd be worse all the time."
Yeah, they come back in like after all that shit. They come back and like, "LOL, we got you later."
Oh my god!
Fuck you, mother.
I wish we can go into a segment just dealing with people who leave like funny texts. Like their parents try to text them trying to be cool, and they text their parents back, which is like there's some site. It's called I can't remember. We'll talk about it next week because I think it's actually pretty hilarious. Where you see some text like, "Hey, what's up, my skizzy?" And it's like, "Mom, please stop." It's like, "Oh, don't be a hater."
It is HTER. I mean, I was H8.
Yeah.
ER. Yeah. A hater. Yeah. They have a site that you can go to where people mess up their text.
Oh yeah, I think it's made by the same people who do that.
Yeah, like it fills in what you want to say. It ends up being like weird shit.
Yeah. That shit is great.
Yeah, man. Hey man, we got this story that you gave me here.
Yes.
This is. I'm gonna read the headline to this story, and I'm gonna leave one word out of it. Man sex memoir suddenly very popular. As I leave out what that one word is describing his memoir, I'm gonna go ahead and start reading the story.
All right.
Bestiality advocate Malcolm Brenner, author of famed dolphin sex memoir Wet Goddess, is back in the spotlight. A self-described sex cult survivor, peyote enthusiast, and Wiccan. Oh, this dude's all fucked up, man. They might as well have him say UFO abductee, Bigfoot observist, Loch Ness monster spotter.
I just like. Did they just use the word wicked?
No, Wiccan.
Oh, Wiccan. Okay,
Wiccan,
I thought it was wicked.
Religion.
Wiccan. Yes, which is even hilarious.
Yeah.
Even more hilarious.
I love when guys call themselves Wiccan.
Yeah.
Even though they probably get a lot of pussy though being Wiccan.
Really? Do you think they do? If somebody fucking told me they're into Wiccan, I'm like, yeah, you and fucking Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes, with other Wiccan chicks.
Yeah.
Because Wiccan chicks love to like talk about Wiccan shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you always meet these, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but I'm gonna jump back into the story. Before I forget, you know, you always meet these young girls who say, "I'm a witch," or "I'm Wiccan." You know, I'm just like, no, you just. Another fucking hippie.
Yeah, like,
all right,
hippie
with a different name.
I go, no, you're just stupid. That's all.
Yeah, went out with a girl who was Wiccan, man, talking about all that shit.
Yeah,
we were.
You knew this before you dated her?
Why?
I
didn't know. I did not
okay.
No, I did not
I'll let you off the hook.
No, what I'm saying is I did not know, but when she said it, it was not surprising. You know, we go out and sometimes look, it would just be out of the blue. Most of the time you could tell she was kind of a free spirit and all that kind of shit. This is the girl who had 5 piercings on her vagina.
Okay.
But every now and then, you know, she'd go out and she'd be dressed nice and we'd have a good time, but every now and then she'd come out in some old gypsy shit, all that jingling shit, you know. Sounded like fucking wind chimes walking down the street, and I'm just like, God damn it, you know, it was either her or her vagina was clanging all over the place. And it's just like, and you know, and you talk to her after a while, and she'd be like, and you know, you say, what's up? Are you really? What are you like? Are you like some sort of hippie lifestyle or something?
Yeah.
She's like,
what kind of goofy shit are you into?
Yeah, what kind of weird shit are you?
Where you're wearing a wind chime dress, walking around the street,
you can't put it like that because you want to have sex. Yeah, but you know, you'd be like, what's going on with you? And she's like, oh, I'm Wiccan, and it's like, oh, fuck, you know. Okay.
You know, somebody telling me they're Wiccan is like, you might as well tell me you have a dick. You know, I'm like, oh, really? Okay, then there's no need for me to be around you.
No, man, let me tell you something. Wiccan chicks are very sexual. That's the thing about it.
I don't know how sexual you can get with fucking 20 fucking earrings in your fucking pussy. I don't know. That sounds like some shit I just don't need to get involved with. That's like, I need an instruction manual to work around that.
I thought, you know what's funny? Because I thought like having sex with her, I was gonna come out with my dick pierced. Like, how the fuck are you gonna get stuck in there or something?
My dick in you is gonna look like a scene from Saw. I don't need that visual. I'm sorry, my hard on is no longer hard.
Yeah, I felt like, you know, like,
yeah.
I felt like my dick was bait. Like it was going to be caught on a fish hook before. But it was.
What else do you not put in your pussy? I mean, you got fucking rings and all kinds of shit. You got a goddamn sleeky running around in there. I mean, how does my dick come into play with all this?
How do you get on an airplane with this shit? You know, but she
grow up.
It didn't get in the way though. I tell you that much. I thought it would, because I remember looking at it and, you know, shit, man, you ain't gonna do anything to ruin the moment. You just, because I wanted to say, how the fuck am I supposed to do this?
I'm sorry, but yeah, rings in your vagina ruins the moment immediately. I'm like, well, how do you go anywhere?
I didn't say nothing. I tell you what I did.
How do you go through airport security?
I tell you what I did. I closed my eyes and clenched my teeth and just went right in. I was ready to go like, but I was like, hey, this ain't so bad.
Your fucking tongue is doing animal tricks. Jumping through metal hoops.
Yeah, set those rings on fire and like, peanuts going through. Anyway,
like, why do you got a master padlock on your pussy? I don't understand. God damn.
Shit, what's the combination to this shit? It's like trying to get to my old high school locker trying to get in this shit.
Your fucking pussy looks like Sid Vicious. I don't know. What do I do with this?
Yeah. God damn it, like a fucking jewelry store.
My God.
Anyway, this man who's been fucking done everything. Brennan claims to have had a 9-month sexual relationship with a female theme park dolphin in the 70s.
In the 70s. For some reason, that just makes it okay. It was in the 70s.
Everybody was fucking everything in the 70s. Why not, man?
Fucking lollipops in the 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, things were just happening back then.
People were having orgies with all kind of shit. You know, why not a dolphin? You know, I remember, I'm sure, I'm mad about my mom having sex with my old drill, so I'm sure she fucked a dolphin somewhere. Yeah. That's just what they did in the 70s, man.
Sure somebody was fucking Puff the Magic Dragon or something. Yeah.
He wrote a memoir last year, but it was not until this week when he gave an interview to a New Zealand TV show and someone called Bubba the Love Sponge that Brenner's tale ended up on the Huffington Post and other sites. He is now ordering a second run of the book and giving interviews to promote it. We should talk to this guy.
Wow.
On how the dolphin initiated sexual contact. I like the way he said, now Before you say anything, I did not. It wasn't me. The dolphin approached me. Okay.
Yeah, the dolphin came. The dolphin swam to my ass and said, and that just translated to "fuck me now."
I like the way that he can understand dolphins.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, the dolphin chose me. Okay, what was I supposed to do?
The dolphin's looking at my dick.
I mean, he's the guy. Look, man, I just got out of. I just escaped from a cult. I was smoking some shit like peyote. It was the 70s. What was I supposed to do? You know, the thing is,
whenever I see a dolphin, I see pussy, and I just can't help myself.
Now, the thing is, this guy talking about he's on peyote. You know what happened? This motherfucker was at SeaWorld or whatever it is one day, looking at what everybody else was looking at. This dolphin was just doing his show. Somehow, in his mind, his fucked up state of mind, that dolphin was talking to him.
Yeah.
That dolphin said, "Hey, sexy." "Hey, man, what are you doing tonight?
You want to do what to me?"
Look at how he describes this. "She began raking her teeth lightly against my arms and legs, which was indescribably erotic.
Damn.
Some might find it frightening. I found it erotic." The dolphin initiated the whole sexual thing. As I mentioned, she was in isolation. She'd be using me to satisfy her sexual needs. I like that. How the fuck does he know all this?
Wow.
On taking the dolphin up on her offer for 9 months straight. What is repulsive about a relationship where both partners feel and express love for each other?
It's a mutual thing.
I know what I'm talking about here. That's what he says. I know what I'm talking about here. Because after we made love, the dolphin put her snout on my shoulder, embraced me with her flippers, and we stared into each other's eyes for about a minute. Now, the thing I want to know is, did he stick his dick in the blowhole? You know, everybody wants to know that. That's a valid question.
I'm sure that happens like after the third night when you're really comfortable with somebody. I mean,
okay,
it's like asking a girl,
like for anal.
Yeah, can I put it in the
back?
Yeah.
Can I put it in
the
your
fudge
blowhole?
tunnel? Yeah.
It's like asking, you know.
I'm not gay. I just, I just want to do something cool.
Yeah. Come on. If you really love me.
I just love how he gets angry when he's reporting this, I guess. The way you're reading it.
The way he's being defensive.
It's like, look, we're in love.
Yeah. Hey, don't judge me, man.
Yeah. Don't be an ass.
Yeah. And don't be jealous because you've never found love.
Yeah. Sorry, no fucking dolphin is looking for your ass. Yeah. All right.
Brenner says his 2 ex-wives were aware of his dolphin ex-girlfriend and perfectly okay with it.
Wow.
His daughter from his first marriage was born with flippers and could swim in water. No, I didn't say that.
Holy shit.
His daughter from his first marriage even designed the book cover.
His first girlfriend was a platypus. Wow. That and that's who I hope. That's who I hope. That at least the 2 girlfriends. I hope to God somebody interviews them to like get in there into their mindset as far as, okay, please tell me about this. What did you honestly think when you found out that your ex-boyfriend left you to go fuck a dolphin, and why you're okay with that? All right.
Yeah. Means you need to shave all the hair off your body and swim. That's what you need to learn how to swim. Is what you need to do. Let's see. Hey, Coach, you ever wonder what sex with a dolphin is like?
No.
Be honest, man. Come on.
No.
It's okay.
No. Well, not to say if
I'm not.
If it got intimate, if that dolphin like looked, into my eyes and something sparked. If
that dolphin,
there's a lot of shit that could happen.
Yeah, she rubbed the flipper against you and gritted her teeth.
Grinding her teeth on my head. Yeah, well, like real erotically.
Erotically.
Erotically is the key.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot less that makes me hard. So who knows?
Well, you know what? In case that day ever comes, here's what you can prepare for.
Okay.
So, what is it like to have sex with a dolphin? From Brenner's Wet Goddess FAQ. There's an FAQ in here. Now,
what?
In case you want to have sex with a dolphin, here's what you can expect.
All right.
While mating, the female holds the male with her flippers tucked in behind his. She pushes, supplies thrust, and controls depth to the male's penetration and timing of the act with her rhythmic thrust. Definitely one of the most liberated females in the animal kingdom. That sounds kind of hot. That actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know too many girls who do that.
Yeah, I saw my friend brushing her teeth the other day, and it's kind kind of remind me of something like that. Yeah.
Is that really?
Thrust and yeah. She's in control. You know?
I thought you were going to say, like, your dick is about as small as a toothbrush. Now, I don't want to give away any spoilers.
Doing what it needs to do.
Yeah, all right.
I don't give a shit.
Go ahead. That's your bad self. Now, he doesn't want to give away any spoilers.
No spoilers. Oh,
mineral oil in the revelation that dolphins have no gag reflex. Uh-oh.
Oh, it sounds like that dolphin's about to get a spoiler on its face.
Let's see. Dolphins have no gag reflex. But here's an excerpt from Wet Goddess, in which the protagonist diddles his dolphin lover while his prudish human girlfriend watches, unaware. No, I don't know what this is all about here, but let's see. Let's read this.
It sounds like his girlfriend was watching while this was going on.
Yeah, maybe she's getting off on this.
Wow.
She rolled in my arms, bringing her head up and pushing us further out, so my feet came off the bottom. A second later, I felt her genital slit pressing the waffled soles of my sneakers. He was having sneakers.
Oh my god! I'm kind of cringing at the genital slit. I was like,
well, you know what?
I know what that is, but it's like, that sounds disgusting.
Which means keep the shoes on.
That's when you get real kinky.
Hey, that's how you keep traction on the pool floor if you keep your sneakers on. I wonder what kind of sneakers they were.
They're fucking into the kiddie pool or something? What the hell?
Skechers for some sketchy shit that's going on like this. But her efforts seemed half-hearted compared to her usual flagrance, as if she found the audience inhibiting. Cut that out, I thought. Ruby was gentle and circumspect, but she wouldn't stop. She stared blankly, pretending she couldn't receive me, trying to convince me that the human dolphin telepathy was a stupid fantasy. Doesn't matter what kind of words I fuck up here. It ain't as fucked up as this situation.
Yeah.
Telepathy was a stupid fantasy I dreamed up while getting stoned one day. It probably was, yeah.
While you're getting stoned.
If I had been an observer instead of a participant, trying to stop a horny dolphin from rubbing off on my shoes while my girlfriend watched, I would have burst out laughing. On the shore was Elaine, who professed to like me, but wasn't about to let me so much as cop a feel.
Damn.
While out here was Ruby, who would happily screw my brains out, but happened to be the wrong species.
Ruby.
Now look at this dude right here. This dude, the guy there's a picture of him, and he's looking at the camera. You're like, yeah, I'll fuck the dolphin. Yeah. Yeah, so what?
Yeah, and he put himself in front of a rose bush. It looks like, or is that? I can't tell if that's a rose bush or no. That's not even rose. That's a flower. He's about
to pick flowers.
Yeah, he's like picking flowers. Yeah, to make it seem like, hey, I'm not that bad.
Hey, I give flowers to my girlfriend, even though she's a dolphin.
Yeah, look at that. I'm all about nature. My girlfriend's all about nature. And hey, every once in a while, we like to fuck.
This dude looks like somebody.
Fuck in nature.
Yeah, hey man. The dolphin was clearly open to it. A clear participant wanted it. Mm-hmm. And this guy should not be accountable for having sex with this dolphin.
No, he's fucking proud. That is a look of pride right there.
This dude, but for some reason, this dude looks like somebody that would do some fucked up shit like fuck a dolphin. Look at his face.
No, he looks like a dolphin fucker to me.
It looks like, you know what, people? Do not blame this man.
No.
For fucking a dolphin, because I tell you what, the look on his face, if he wasn't fucking a dolphin, he'd probably be trying to fuck a kid somewhere. Probably like a child molester. Yeah. Let this man fuck as many dolphins as he wants to.
At least he's fucking something that won't report it to their parents and the cops. Like,
well, they won't report it because the dolphin wanted it.
Yeah, the dolphin looked into his eyes and clearly wanted it.
It's consensual.
Yeah. It is.
I always said, you know what? It's all right with me as long as one, it's your own business, and it's not anybody else's. And two, everybody who's involved agrees on it. Obviously, this dolphin not only agreed on it, but wanted this man's penis.
Oh, yeah.
That dolphin looked at him and said, man, That is a hunk of a guy going by my aquarium right now.
And I want his dick.
And I want that. Yeah.
I want that dick in my dolphin slit.
Her slit. That she brushed up against his legs while he was wearing sneakers.
What a dirty slit that is.
You know what, man? That dolphin's just a hoe. Just a fucking hoe dolphin. That's all. I mean, really, what would you expect this man to do? Because it could have look, if this man didn't give it to her, she would have taken it.
Yeah, she would have. And I've seen videos on YouTube of a dolphin like getting what it wants. Yeah.
Here's the deal, man. Dolphin has no gag reflex. So now, when I see a dolphin's mouth open, it has they look like those little sharp teeth.
Yeah, they're like little Tic Tacs. Like lined up. Yeah.
But little sharp Tic Tacs.
I don't know. I've never interacted with dolphin teeth.
I mean, usually when I'm like having
aroused erotically.
Well, when I'm having a dolphin suck my dick, it's usually I get cuts and scrapes. And, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so obviously this man is saying that he had oral sex with this dolphin, allowed this dolphin to give him fellatio. I really want to know about that. I mean, is that one of those things where he's holding back because he wants to make you buy the book?
I could probably believe that, but even if that's exaggerated, it's probably still won't keep me from reading this fucked up book. I mean, honestly, especially where he has his other girlfriends involved and watching this happen. I mean, it sounds like a trash novel with a fucking dolphin. Who doesn't want to read that?
I like a Harlequin romance with a dolphin, though.
That is a fucking if Dolphin Tale 2 isn't about this, I would be really disappointed.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure looking at the end of Dolphin Tale Part 1, I'm sure that kid at some point is going to end up fucking that dolphin. I'm sorry.
I like this, man. It's like they should do that. The first Dolphin Tale was about a dolphin that lost an appendage, and this is one where a dolphin gained an appendage. Yeah. And it's slit.
That's right.
And apparently it's a little dolphin mouth. Hey, man, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to? If the dolphin wanted it and chose him,
then
what am I supposed to say?
They both found true love. And I wish them both the best. Yeah, I hope to be there for the wedding if it gets to that point.
That's what I'm saying. The only thing I don't really like here is this is a long relationship. I think he should make this dolphin a respectable dolphin.
No, it's too late for that shit. This shit is in print now. As far as what this horny ass dolphin is doing, which is getting lots of dick in her dirty dolphin slit.
This is the weirdest fucking thing ever.
It is. I mean, it's just It's like, wow, the guy, like, there's a publisher out there that was like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is fucking true love. We have to we have to publish this, please.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put it out there and say, this man's talking about he's a sex cult survivor and a peyote enthusiast. This motherfucker's fucked in the head and thought that in his mind he thought this dolphin wanted it, and whatever perverted thing this sex cult did to him, he somehow it manifested itself into like his sexual urge for this animal here. I think that in his mind he thought the dolphin came up to him and all kind of shit. In reality, I think that dolphin probably didn't know what the fuck was happening, just kind of went along with it. And I still think it's probably a slight case of animal abuse because I don't think this dolphin really was understanding the situation. I don't think that dolphin chose him at all. I don't think that dolphin went up and just said, you.
Yeah, maybe the dolphin was blind. Yeah. I don't know.
Even worse. That dolphin's like, you fish tank now.
Yeah. Now get your ass in here. Get your fucking swim trunks on.
Yeah.
And get your ass in here and do me hard.
Yeah. In his mind, this guy sees himself getting the water.
Fuck my tuna.
Yeah. Take those swim trunks off.
Yeah.
No, leave the sneakers on. Come on in the water. I got something for you. And then he pictures the dolphin going up and probably coming to him and be like, relax, baby. I'm in control.
Yeah.
Let me do everything.
I will fuck you good. All I think this story is just another case why kids shouldn't do drugs. Honestly, take this guy, tour him around schools and like let him tell his story. And at the end of it, fucking have a teacher come out and, you know what, kids, you know how this happened? Because he fucking was on drugs. All right?
Fucked up.
Yeah,
fucked up. That's
you
all
do drugs, you'll end up fucking dolphins. Is that what you want?
When you describe
Is that what you want? Can you bring that dolphin home to mom? Can you? Is it possible? You gonna wheelchair that motherfucker up in there? You go, look, this is my new girlfriend.
But you can bring mama to the aquarium.
Yo, see? That's right. Yeah, it'll charge her a nice fee. I mean, taking her to SeaWorld ain't cheap. You can bring the whole family for a discount. Hell yeah. Introduce them to your new girlfriend.
God damn, boy.
That'll be fun as hell.
The man is a self-described sex cult survivor, peyote enthusiast, and Wiccan. If you don't think this motherfucker is fucked up for trying to fuck a dolphin, I mean, at that point, what did you think?
Yeah.
Like I said, you better be glad he's fucking a dolphin because he was about to fuck up somebody's life somewhere.
All those combinations, Wiccan, peyote, sex cult, all that shit don't add up.
Not at all.
It don't add up to something that you want to be involved in.
And you know what it adds up to? It adds up to raping a dolphin.
Yeah.
This should be the next film at Fantastic Effects.
It will. It will be.
Based on a true story.
Yeah. Hopefully his girlfriend filmed some of that shit. So it could be a fucked up documentary. It'd be the greatest documentary of all time.
God damn. Why do I want to see a videotape of this?
Oh, damn.
What I want to know is...
Well, there's plenty of videotape on YouTube already of this shit going on. So.
Jesus. Is this guy... I want to know, is this guy still fucking dolphins?
That's I have no idea. I mean, he said he did in the 70s. So if he's still having a relationship with his fucking dolphin, is beyond me. But, yeah.
Well...
Maybe we can find out where he is and interview him about that.
I want to know if there's like if they actually had a child and that child is like hidden from the public, like we got a little dolphin boy swimming in the ocean somewhere that the public doesn't get to see. This is fucked up, man. I'm open-minded and all kind of shit, and if I really believe that this dolphin was open to this, I would be fine with it. But this is fucked up.
Maybe it was Maybe it's the new action star Taylor Lautner. I don't know. Maybe he looks like something that fucking swam out of the ocean.
Speaking of something that swam out of the ocean, we got Cyrus right here. How you doing?
Was Shark Boy. What's up, Cyrus?
How you doing, man? Well, I guess either we're gonna have to pick this back up.
All right.
Or we're gonna have to end it.
Is it 8 o'clock already?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. You know how these things.
Time flies when you're having fun talking about dolphin.
Time flies when you're fucking a dolphin.
Yeah.
Cyrus, don't even ask me.
Yeah. You know this guy, Cyrus?
You know what you said before we go.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be real cruel. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't bring that up. Our audience is sick of that guy. Yeah.
Oh, he's still alive?
Oh, jeez.
I thought he'd be dead by now. You know what? I'm going to be real cruel here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to put it out there because you put it in my head.
I put it in your head.
Yes, it's your fault.
It's my
fault. Said that this guy, we look at the picture of this guy that's having sex with this dolphin. And you said that he looks like TC.
Sorry, TC.
TC came to Spill.com last year with his see Cyrus even say with his hot girlfriend,
with his gorgeous girlfriend, Candy,
And now to give a little backstory, TC been on the site for a while. He told us, and we were happy that he was safe. But he said, "Yeah, man, I was involved in an accident." He disappeared from the site for a while and came back and said, "Yeah, I was shot in a mugging, and I should have been dead. Shouldn't have been able to have like too many motor skills, but I made it, man. I made it. Got like a real." Well, that's what I was gonna say, man. Because he said it was a mugging, but he says, "Man, I got this. I made it. Got this really like beautiful girlfriend out of it." And he's like, "And life is good right now." And I cannot help but think right now in my mind that TC fucked the dolphin, told that dolphin, "We can't tell anybody about this. Don't call me anymore. Stay away from me." He went out and found that gorgeous girlfriend of his, and that dolphin saw it, got jealous, came up behind him in the alley one day and shot his ass.
Okay.
That's the story that I see right now, and I like my story better, TC.
I thought you were gonna say the dolphin came out and wrote a book about it.
We'll get that book next,
just to get back at Candy.
I can't wait for the answer to Wet Goddess. Like I can't wait for the book to come out. That's from the dolphin's point of view.
Even though for some reason I find this dolphin story more tragic than TC's for some reson. Oh my God!
So people, be warned.
Yes.
If you get caught into a sex cult, become hooked on peyote and join a Wiccan group or a religion, You end up fucking a fish.
Yeah, don't go to SeaWorld.
Yeah. Yeah, you come out having a relationship with Shamu. This is so fucked up, man.
Because believe me, it's gonna be Shamu fucking you.
That's gonna be the rape right there.
That's gonna be the headline news story.
Hey boy, where you going?
I like that ass.
Yeah, I like the swim trunks you're wearing right now. Okay,
Your ass smells like fish, and I like it.
He'd be like that. He'll be like that man in prison. You know what? The whales in here, we like booty.
You got
a whale warrior.
Two options. You can put your swimming trunks on, or you can take them off. The choice is yours.
I'm a warrior. The booty whale. All right. We'll see if we're gonna pick this up.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right.
You either getting a show that you're gonna be sorely disappointed in because we ended abruptly, or we'll come back and add the next part.
Yeah.
All right. Or we're gonna be out fucking.
We'll see what happens.
Dolphins. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be fucking a can of tuna somewhere. Yeah. In hopes that somebody will make fucking headline news about it.
Yeah, I'm about to go over Subway and get a tuna melt and put my penis in it. All right, people. Maybe we'll be back. Maybe we won't. We'll see.
Make sure they don't oven roast that shit.
You want this melted?
No.
Yes. The saga continues, boy.
We are back. Yes.
You didn't think we'd leave like that, did you?
Hell no. Can't leave the saga behind.
No. Cannot do that.
Gotta keep on sagging.
I like that. You managed to turn saga into a verb.
Yeah, yes, I did. I could do a lot. I do that a lot, even when I don't want to.
Makes me think that Sergeant Thomas is playing my mom's saga-eating breast right now. No. And, speaking of saga-eating breast, some people, man, no matter how old they get, they are still full of life.
Oh yeah, You see that a lot at the nursing home. You see, it's like, hey, what's going on under that sheet? You setting up 10 or what's going on?
I didn't mean anything nasty. Why you always gotta turn something into something nasty, man?
Hey,
damn,
that's full of life. Hey,
damn.
Hey man, if you can still pitch a 10, you are gonna live another extra 10 days, I'm sure.
Well, you just got a hard on under that. Just bought yourself an extra 10 days.
As long as that's working. When that stops working, boy, you better start praying.
You make it sound like the Grim Reaper will come in and see somebody with a heart on and be like, God damn, no.
It's like, God, that's too dirty.
Yeah, I'll be back next week.
That is weird, old man.
Yeah.
I'll come back for you later.
Yeah, shit, I got another pickup to do for the next 5 days. I'll come back after that.
Let's see what Jimmy's up to.
Yeah. See what Leon's up to. But
I think Leon is the Grim Reaper. He's been around forever.
But something, what you're talking about, even though it's nasty, a lot of people would rather see that kind of life happening in an old person than what we see happening with this 96-year-old woman right here.
God damn.
Let me tell you something what this woman did. Let me tell you what this bitch did right here. Now, a lot of people say, bitch, man, how dare you? Show some respect.
Shit.
This woman's almost a century years old, and you're going to sit up here and talk about her like that. How dare you,
96
sir?
96 years of living life.
And 1 year of taking a life.
Damn.
Yeah, this is I have to tell you, this is a grim story right here. Sad, really. But I can't help but find this inspirational.
Oh, really? All right.
Let me tell you what happened here. Let me read the story to you. Look at that picture right there.
Tell me a story.
Look at that sweet old woman right there.
Yeah, that looks like an old woman who would fucking stab your ass in the back with a spoon.
Oh, stop being
just to do it.
Let's read about this woman. Don't be so mean. The story's about her probably baking pies or something. Let's see what happened here. A 96-year-old wheelchair-bound Florida woman went on a rampage, fatally shooting her nephew with a .357 Magnum.
Whoa!
Cops said. St. Augustine police said they found Johnny Rice, 53, sprawled on the floor of his bedroom with a gunshot wound to the chest.
Damn, she pulled a dirty Harry on that motherfucker.
God damn it.
Damn.
Amanda Rice Stevenson was arrested early Monday, hours after the attack. And
Dirty
charged
Rice?
with murder. Dirty Rice. She was being held Tuesday without bail. Cops said the Florida Times-Union Cops told the Florida Times-Union that the granny gunman pulled the trigger over a domestic situation. They're not saying what that domestic situation is. Neighbors said Rice and his wife, Deborah, were terrified of their aunt, who was prone to violent mood swings. They wanted to get her help and out of the house. Next door neighbor, what's this dude's name? This woman's name. Mm-hmm. Karen Sukiashian? Sukiashian? I don't know. Man,
damn.
Somebody shoot that name.
Sounds like a director of one of the Fantastic films, yeah.
Told the Times-Union they were scared. They couldn't handle her. Stevenson had been arrested at least twice in the past, once in 1995 for arson and once for passing a bad check in 2007, according to local records. The St. Augustine Record reported speculation that Stevenson may have dementia. You think?
Yeah, no shit. Along with a gun. Yeah.
Shit, that ain't called dementia. That's called the devil.
That's called fucking crazy.
Yeah, dementia. That's that's Satan up in your ass right there.
When you combine that with a gun, that ain't fun.
There was some talk about it, but I haven't seen anything officially. Police spokesperson Mark Sampson said, I'm sure though the court system that she will be evaluated. I don't know what kind of sentence it is. I'm reading it just like it says. I'm sure though the court system that she will be evaluated. Maybe she wrote it. Because somebody
the guy she shot fucking wrote it.
Shit, somebody with dementia wrote this shit.
Yeah.
Now, listen to this. This is a 96-year-old wheelchair bound woman. Wheelbarrow bound wheelchair bound woman. She shot somebody with a .357 Magnum. Now
a gun that would clearly blow your head straight off.
Clean off. That's dirty. That's dirty Rice would say.
Yeah, dirty.
That's a carry
blow your head clean off. Yeah, that's right.
But okay, let's take two things here. What does a 96-year-old woman just have a .357 Magnum in reach? And second, if she's in a wheelchair, wouldn't that shit just roll her ass at the back door? I mean, when she shot it, wouldn't she just go flying out the house?
She go flying out the fucking house, into the next house,
into the next
house after that. Yeah.
Into traffic.
It looked like a Sam Raimi movie.
Shit, she'd be rolling around with the bus going down the street. I
think that fucking gun holster was right on her wheelchair. She's ready to draw.
Who's leaving a .357 Magnum around for her to grab?
Beats the fuck out of me. Maybe it was her dumbass nephew that probably gave it to her.
It to her.
Check this shit out, Grandma. What the fuck are you doing, blam?
Here, Angie Stevenson.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the same aunt that I'm afraid of who once was arrested for arson, has dementia, and may fatally shoot her family.
Yeah.
Take this .357 Magnum for protection.
Yeah, check this shit out I got at the pawn shop down the street. It's like, oh, fucking cool, water gun. Blam. Oh, my God. Yeah,
I mean, really, I don't want to, look, I don't know anything about this story. I don't know anything about this family. There's clearly some details that haven't come out. There has to be.
Obviously, by judging from the story. But I'm looking at this picture, though. The picture, I want to know if they took this like right after she fucking blew away her nephew. Because, yes, she has like, I've achieved just about everything I've wanted out of life. And this is it. And she has like that creepy ass like fucking grin. Like,
that's the thing about this picture. I don't know if this is a mugshot. But,
it has to be.
But she looks happy as hell to have done every bit of violence in her life.
I know.
I'm reading down here. There's more shit she's done.
What? Like what?
They say in 1973 she fucked a dolphin.
Jesus.
But it says here the dolphin didn't want it.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to say, what the fuck? Damn.
Sorry, I misread. She raped the dolphin. Back in 1973 with a .357 Magnum.
Put that shit down that blowhole and
that slit.
Suck it, you dolphin bitch.
Them little dolphin teeth. I'm looking at this picture right here. She is smiling. Have you seen Psycho? She looks like Norman Bates.
Dude, I swear to God, she looks like Norman Bates cross between Morgan Freeman and Freddy Krueger. I'm sorry. I was like, you can almost put like a fucking like witch's hat on her and sell that shit as a Halloween decoration. I mean, that just looks creepy. It's like, yeah.
I mean, she's so old that she's growing. Look, she's growing a beard. You see that those hairy those hairs on her chin. Look, people, I want you to do something for all those who are within the sound of our voice. Yeah. I want you to get 2 pictures. I want you to get a picture of Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And then I want you to get a picture of Fred Sanford.
Yeah.
And I want you to compose those 2 together.
Yeah, warp that shit.
Warp that shit. That's what you got right
Yeah, I know. Where's Conan O'Brien to do this for us? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm looking at the hair. I was like, wow, man, are you sure that's not fucking like brain matter that fucking ricocheted off and hit her in the fucking chin?
There's a woman who's so old. Don't give a fuck about her hair.
No,
she doesn't shave anymore.
No. And you know she doesn't have any goddamn teeth by looking at that mouth.
And she ain't got no teeth.
Yeah,
and
she blew them away.
And she's looking at the camera like, I shoot you too, motherfucker.
Yeah, I got a gun.
Yeah, Menace to society. God damn.
So I was like, wow. But all I thought when you first told me about this was like, okay, what in the fuck did that dude do? What did he do to where you make your own fucking grandmother? Grandmothers were put on this earth to love and care about their children and their children's children. What in the fuck did this fucking dude do to piss her the fuck off?
I tell you what he did. Walked in the room at the wrong time.
While she was having sex with dolphins? Is that what?
No, while she had a gun.
Motherfucker, write a book now, will you?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Really, man, something. Mm-hmm. This is a fucking mystery if ever I've seen one. How the fuck did she get that gun?
Yeah, how did she get the gun? How did she fucking hold it? I mean,
a .357 Magnum.
Yeah, that is something worth seeing. I mean, that is something to see. I mean, I'm sure it looked like a goddamn Looney Tunes cartoon, like that old lady that's always fucking blowing away fucking Sylvester the Cat. I'm sure it looked like a goddamn Looney Tunes episode.
Man, I'm looking at this and like I said, it's sad. But fuck, if a 96-year-old woman can hold up a .357 Magnum and blow away her nephew, co-host, none of us have any excuse for like not living our lives. You know what I mean?
No, that is absolutely right.
You know what? It just says you're never too old.
No, you're never too old to own a .357 Magnum
to blow your relative away
and to blow somebody away with it. Yeah, because now I feel like the biggest pussy for not owning a gun. I don't even own a BB gun, and this fucking lady is like fucking rolling around in a wheelchair with a .357 Magnum strapped to her chest. Probably. I mean, yeah, she probably has that shit like fucking underneath one of her saggy tits or something. I don't know. I don't know where a lady just like pulls something out like that.
Unless somebody was a dumbass in the house and just left that shit on the coffee table along with a bunch of magazines and shit.
Which was probably her dumbass nephew. Yeah,
I don't know.
But who knows? Yeah, we'll have to look for updates on this story because I want to know. We need to go and do some investigating on our own about this shit.
We need to.
Just that look though, that fucking picture right there.
What I'm thinking? I'm gonna put a theory out there. Mm-hmm. This is just a theory. With me not knowing anything about this, we're gonna call this section of the show Corey's Dumbass Theories, all right? But I'm gonna do it anyway.
All right.
Now, if I was a detective on the scene here, I would be putting the pieces together, and for foul play, I would say that the killer here is the wife. And I'll tell you why.
All right.
Because she probably wanted to kill her husband for whatever reason. Maybe money, maybe another lover, maybe this guy was abusive and she just got tired of him. Who knows? But there's a reason she killed her husband. Now, she knew that there was a gun in the house. Right. .357 Magnum. Granny over here, Auntie Stevenson or whatever they called her, has dementia. Probably all
Dirty Rice has dementia.
Dirty Rice has dementia. And that's the way the lawyers are spinning in court to villainize her. Dirty Rice.
Yeah.
But
some people call her dementia. Dirty Rice.
Yeah. The woman said she did arson at one time. Wrote some bad checks. And probably laughs at every fucking thing because she's so out there.
Yeah.
So when the wife kills her husband, she puts the gun in this old woman's hands on her lap. Police come in and find this old woman with a gun in her hand, a dead body on the floor, and this woman is just cackling away.
Oh, damn. All right.
That's what I think.
I think she just went crazy and blew away her fucking nephew. But
now that's the better story. I like the story of an old woman just blowing somebody away.
No, that's the better of the story. Yeah.
That's the best. Yes, I want that to be true. I want this to be true.
She just said, "Fuck it, I want to know what my fucking nephew looks like with a hole in him." That's all I'm doing this for. Yeah. Well, I've seen just about everything in my 96 years of life except that. So,
So, motherfucker say, "Granny, it's time to go to the home." The fuck it is. Plow.
You'll go to a fucking home in a body bag. Boom. Booyakasha. Damn.
Boy.
I just can't imagine the guy's face looking down the barrel of that gun and his grandmother.
Boy, and imagine if that's, look at that. Imagine if that's the last face you see before you die.
Oh my God. That is the ultimate fuck you of life right there. Get blown away by your own goddamn granny.
Cackling at your ass while you dying.
Just smiling like
that.
You know what's happening next. Boom!
Yeah. That's a damn shame, boy.
Wow.
What is this world coming to, co-host? We trying to help, man.
See, that's why I stick old people in the closet and lock them away for good, man.
Yeah.
Especially if they're in a wheelchair. The more mobile they are, the more faster they can get somewhere, the worse it usually is.
See, that's the thing. 90-year-old woman, they're talking about somebody out there saying, why did they put that gun in the closet somewhere and hide it? No, they should have put her in the closet. Put old people in closets. Keep them away from everything.
Keep them away from my life and reminding me that someday I'm going to look like that.
Yeah.
But I'm a robot, so that's more for the rest of you guys out there.
You're a little rusty right now.
But yeah.
No, man, that's
a goddamn
this is
shame.
Crazy, man. This is a shame.
Wow.
96 years old.
Imagine the father of that kid going, "My mother did what?"
Yeah. I'd be like, "Damn, she's full of life."
Like, wow,
especially since she took his.
Yeah. What the fuck did he do?
Now there's even a poll on here. Granny gun woman. Mm-hmm. Are violent outbursts such as in this incident a sign of mental illness? Yes, no, maybe. Is there a selection on here that says hell yes?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this woman. She's obviously crazy.
I would just pick no so it happens again. Nah, that's crazy talk.
Won't happen anymore. Come on, what are you talking about? You know what, man?
We haven't heard his side of the story. Oh, wait, he's dead. Sorry.
Really, I'm being serious, people, and I know that people hate it when we joke around about old people like this. Mm. But seriously, there comes a time when you have to take these old people and you have to rock,
shooting, and rolling, rock, blow, 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 rock.
Yeah. Damn, boy, man, I'm shaken by this. I'm shaking, and yet I feel like, you know what? When I'm 96 years old, I want to blow somebody away too. I want to know that I'm still energetic enough to do that.
I hope you smile in your picture just like that chick.
And you know my last thought. You know my last words are going to be before that dude dies.
What?
Fuck your thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him, welcome to the email section. Let's do this.
The email section. Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gone. You know,
he's fucking gone. That'll be me. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
Do what you will with him.
Oh man, let's see what we got here. We got some questions.
Questions.
Jar.
Cool.
Yes. Did we read a question from Jar before?
I don't think so. And if we did, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Jar as in Jar, all capitals. Jar.
That spells jar.
He says, "Drop your cookie now and fuck my thoughts."
Oh, damn.
But do it quietly. My girlfriend is asleep.
Damn.
We do it loud.
No, I'm gonna make sure she hears this shit.
I want to wake her up and fuck her thoughts too.
I'm gonna fuck you while she's listening. It's gonna get her even hornier.
She's gonna watch and then your thoughts get fucked.
It's gonna be like that dolphin scene. Let your girlfriend watch this shit.
Fuck your thoughts like a man fucking a dolphin in the 70s on peyote.
Oh shit.
Anyways, I'm heading to the Art Institute of Austin this Friday to study media arts. So, what the hell are you telling us for? No, I'm kidding.
All right.
Media arts and animation. I just want to tell you guys, thanks for inspiring me and keeping me company every day.
Damn.
I can't thank you enough. Well, we try.
Thank
But I got
you.
a question for your robot there, co-host.
Oh.
I heard recently that
Shit.
Matthew Vaughn might, and that's one big fucking might,
All right.
write the sequel for Kick-Ass 2, Balls to the Wall, but not direct it. If this is true, who would you want to direct Kick-Ass? And what new stars would you want to cast as? I'll tell you who. Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie? Yeah. Yeah, he's been doing a good job.
Yeah.
Because I always forget that he worked on the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Yes.
Because, like, the movies he was doing before, which is another kind of takeoff of, like, the whole Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels snatch thing. I hated
Tarantino-type
it.
comedy.
Yeah, I hated it.
Films.
But, no, I could see that. What's the guys who did Crank. That'd be fucking awesome.
Man, have you seen
the Ghost Rider trailer?
Ghost Rider trailer? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, you got to see what Ghost Rider piss and fire. All right,
Man, I think we talked about this.
I'm in.
Yeah, we did talk about this, but
Okay.
I love that trailer though.
Yeah, that trailer is better than the first movie. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But the directors of Crank, and I wouldn't know who to cast for the. Did they ask who we recast as far as the?
I don't know who to cast. I mean, I would cast everybody that was naturally should appear next. And I mean, if there's a sequel to the book, then I don't know who the characters are.
Yeah, neither do I.
So-
I haven't read that second book.
Okay.
But I mean, the girl who played
Chloe Moretz.
Hit Girl was fucking great.
Yeah, Chloe Moretz. Yeah, she's great. Yeah.
No reason to recast her.
Yeah, bring everybody back. That's You know what? There's your casting choice.
Yeah.
Bring everybody
Zac
back.
Efron. Bring him. Make him the lead. Yeah.
I think they should bring Morgan Freeman in as Hit Girl.
There you go. I think they should bring that dolphin in his head.
Hey, here's a question from Patrick Pigritz. He says, "Fuck this thought, I'll suck your dick." And then he goes and breaks his promise, man. No, I'm not going to suck your dick.
Pussy.
No, come on. Real woman would.
Fag.
A real woman would, Patrick.
A real man would suck a dick.
Hey, guys. With the re-releases of The Lion King, some real heated debate over the quality of the film has erupted. It's one of those movies that people are really passionate about. My question to you is, what are some films that you are very passionate about to the point where you may get aggressive or upset when you hear someone criticize them? For me, The Lion King, John Carpenter's The Thing, District 9, and Jaws come to mind. Thank you for your time and have a good evening. Good evening.
Nice. Wow. Yeah, I'm shocked
lot of
that
movies.
anybody criticized those movies you just mentioned. Yeah, I don't know. There's not. Usually when somebody tells
Dark
me
Knight.
yeah, and usually those people bitching are just there to bitch, just to rile you up. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, they unless you got a fucking brain in your head, there's no reason for you not to like The Dark Knight.
You know what, co-host?
You're just stupid.
I would answer this guy's question like this. I would say I have nothing against anybody criticizing a movie at all. I mean,
It doesn't bother me anymore.
it doesn't bother me. People have I've always said this. Even if you come in and say I don't like The Dark Knight, now what will get me upset is if you're saying you don't like a movie just to be different.
Yeah, just to
Or you
fucking,
can't give me a good reason
yeah,
why.
or just to be cool because for some crazy sense in your insecure, warped world, you feel like that's gonna make you cool. Usually when somebody tells me, like, there was a guy who told me, it was like, oh god, this friend of mine, he watched The Dark Knight like 10 fucking times in a row. I think he's retarded. I think that movie's terrible. I looked at that guy and I was like, you know what? You're somebody I just don't need to know. So I just walked away while he was talking.
You don't want to know why?
I just kind of walked away. Oh, fuck no. I'm like, no, that's like talking to a fucking crazy person. It's entertaining to look at sometimes. This wasn't entertaining. This was just like, all right, I didn't even ask you about The Dark Knight, number one.
yeah.
I didn't ask you about what your friend was doing with The Dark Knight. And I just don't care at this point because you've kind of already offended me. It's like somebody going, you know what? I hate blacks. I hate gays. I hate. I'm like, I need to stay away from you because there's no good will come out of that. You don't want to hear my opinions. So, and to avoid an international incident, I just walk away. So, fuck 'em.
An international incident.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
You about to
because this guy was from Czech Republic. So.
Oh, okay. So you about to bring some? Okay.
Yeah.
You about to like put an American nuke on his ass.
Yeah. If I was in a world where there was no consequences, I would just pee on this person.
You would have blown. If you
I would have just
president-
pissed. I would have just whipped it out and just start pissing on his shoe for no reason whatsoever.
reason at all.
Just to let them know this is what I think about your opinion.
Or if you were president, you would have nuked Czechoslovakia.
It's practically been nuked. I mean, so yeah, I wouldn't do that again to them.
Let's see what we got here. Question for Let's Do This from Bang It Out.
Yes.
Sup, Corey and co-host. Fuck this thought like a whiny little bitch. You sound like a whiny little bitch banging out, so we can do that. What's the worst breakup you guys have ever had? A friend of mine once had a chick bust the windows out his car and bleach his clothes. Any similar experiences with crazy ass bitches? Thanks and keep up the good work. Okay, you mean like like a breakup that went insane.
Yeah.
Not like I was sad, but like
she turned into a Fatal Attraction deal.
Yeah, huh. I can't bring on this girl's name. You knew her. And,
yeah. I already know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah. Well, let's just say we had a lot of incidents like this. This girl dented my car with her hand. She dented her car. She dented my car with her hand. She almost cost both our lives one night from trying to steer us off the road because she was drunk. On that same night, I was dealing with a lot on that night.
Mm-hmm.
That same night, she got wasted, blew this guy with a midget head. This guy just looked crazy. And then her friends called me to come and get her. At this point in the relationship, I was just like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, I just said, I just got to get you out of here. And I tried to get out, and she faked being like more drunk than she was and had me call like the police. Like she had alcohol poisoning. Because I was trying to pick her up to put her in the car. She's like, oh. And everybody's like, man, we don't know what to do. She's been like this all night. We're scared. She might have alcohol poisoning. Call 911. And I told her, I said, are you sick? She's like, I can't breathe. And I called 911. Police came out. A fire truck came out. EMS came out. And when they got there, she's like, I'm fine now. I'm totally fine. I told them I was okay. They all looked at us like, you assholes. Walked out of there.
Jesus. I've never heard that story.
This is all the same night, by the way.
Yeah.
That night, I called that. She told me, she got pissed off at me. It's like, I didn't do anything. I was like, these guys already told me, all right, yeah, I blew them. All right. So what? Fucking what? And then she got, for some reason, the car, she went back to that violent drunk that she was before the EMS came out. And grabbed the steering wheel, and I told her, I said, go fuck yourself. I said, you and I said, I don't care what you did at this point. You don't care? I'll make you fucking get. She grabbed the wheel of the car and tried to steer us off the road. It's the same night I fucking hit her. Yeah, it was like stop. And after, needless to say, shortly after that, it was like, maybe we don't need to be with each other. I think we bring out the worst in each other.
Yeah. And you know how you met that girl, right?
Yeah, on the show. Yeah.
And you know how, though, right?
No. Oh, because she was interested in talking to you.
Yes.
That's right.
And I was dating somebody at the time, and you're like, I got this person. I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't care. And when I saw her, I was like, nice to meet you, and I walked away. After that, obviously you got with her, and all I thought throughout all that crazy fucking time that you had with her,
that could have been you.
Better him than me.
And the way it started out, it wasn't even supposed. I wasn't even trying to like get with her. I was like, man, I kind of got guilted into this whole thing.
Oh no! Did she pull some like fucking magic shit on you? Because, dude, I mean, honestly, there's a point where I wanted to go to tell you, dude, you need to get the fuck out. Man, there's a part of me that I'm like, you know what? There's a reason why sometimes I will not be involved with somebody who is into what I'm doing, because usually that can go completely south.
Yeah. No, I know everybody told me that, and I really can't go into details about it.
No, you shouldn't.
It's like it was like, I felt guilty for a reason, but it was. After that, it was just kind of like I was in it for the wrong reason.
Yeah,
and it was clear from that point on. And
I was worried for you. I was worried. But I was like, he's a grown ass man. It's the thing is, I don't get involved in anyone's shit unless I'm asked to get involved.
Yeah,
I wasn't asked, And I didn't want to ever bring anything up because I'm like, you know what? That's a story that just does not need repeating sometimes.
Yeah.
But I was concerned. I was definitely concerned about you. But at the same time, I was just like, wow. Glad I didn't fuck that girl. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm.
That's why sometimes you got to gauge. Sometimes there's times when I just look at somebody and I let them talk for a little while. And with a situation where somebody's coming to meet you, if you're lucky, sometimes you can kind of get the gist after a night, what they're about, what they want, what their goals are. And there's times when I've just walked away. I became a ghost after meeting some chicks, and for very good reason.
Did you have a crazy situation like that?
No, and that's no. I've never had a crazy situation ever, honestly, because I just. I'm very fucking picky who I hang out with. I'm very fucking picky, and that also goes for the girls. There's times where I've dodged some shit to where a girl was interested in me. This has happened more than once too, where I notice a girl who I've liked started dating somebody, and they're around me constantly, and I see the crazy fucked up shit that this guy who dated this girl I used to like, or she was at least interested in me. I've seen like train wrecks, man, and I'm like literal train wrecks where I'm like, wow, either I just know how to avoid these things, or somebody's looking out for me. Because wow, I mean, I've seen some crazy shit where like fist fights, fucking somebody getting pregnant, and like getting like it becomes like a fucked up Jerry Springer show, and I'm just like, wow. This person used to be into me, and I don't know what was the reasoning, but I just stayed away from her.
Yeah.
And thank fucking God. Because you know what? I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. If I got involved, I'd probably be dead or fucking, behind bar. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You were blessed to not have to ever have gone
Call it
through
what you will. Sorry, kid. No fun, crazy stories.
Yeah, sorry. I got plenty, but that's the one that takes the cake. Yeah. I got to tell you, it's funny, man, being in a situation like that, even with somebody that you might not have been into at first or anything like that.
Yeah.
But some person with that lot of crazy energy. That's some of the best sex you will have. It's funny. I'm not gonna even lie. I was like, wow, I wouldn't. This wasn't even my type really, and I'm just like, man, she's already ready to go, and she does crazy shit.
Well, let me tell you something about that. There are normal girls that know how to have crazy sex. Those girls are usually the quiet ones. But the thing is, you'll never know. You'll never know until you try. If you just think, if I go out with a crazy girl, I have crazy sex. Yeah, but you know what? There's a good chance you'll probably fucking die after that crazy. It's like dating a mantis or something. There's a good chance she's gonna fucking bite off your head. And yeah, you know what? You won't ever have to get to have sex ever again. And that fucking sucks. I'd rather have like 100 fucking times where I can come instead of just that one glorious moment and I'm fucking dead.
You got to stop sometime. Babalu Jack, man. You know Babalu Jack. Have you ever spoken with Babalu Jack?
No, I've never spoken to Babalu.
Scottish guy. He's a nice guy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Good to meet you, Babalu.
Babalu. He says, I adore the original Old Boy.
One of my favorites. Yeah. Sorry. I think I know who Babalu Jack is. I do know. I know the kid.
I remember you, Babalu.
I remember you, Babalu.
He says Old Boy is one of his favorites. I was shocked to discover that before Spike Lee came on board, Will Smith was attached to star in the African American readaptation. No, I had the American what is this readaptation? Okay, so I guess what was it adapted from a manga or something before?
Well, was it? Okay, but I need to read.
It says the American readaptation. What was it adapted from before?
Okay.
He says so. Anyway, here's my question: in your crazy heads, how would an Old Boy readaptation starring Will Smith, written by Will Smith, and directed by Will Smith pan out? Please go all out with your ideas. Alfonso Ribeiro playing the main villain of the film being called Will Boy.
Oh, God. What? It
wouldn't be Old Boy, I'll tell you that much.
No, not at all. It'd be iRobot 2 or something. I don't know. I can't imagine that. It just doesn't click. It doesn't click.
It would
in my
be a
brain.
comedy.
It would be a comedy. Maybe being something in the vein of like Hancock or something.
Yeah.
You know, or he's just going out for revenge. He doesn't give a fuck. I just don't know how they're going to deal with the whole incestuous thing.
He'll be having sex with was it Jaden Smith?
Wow, now that
might make a movie.
That shit will world premiere at the goddamn Fantastic Fest. Don't worry, that'll be a big fucking deal.
There you go. That'll be the big twist in the movie. Yeah. He's having sex with Jaden Smith.
Fucking Karate Kid, yeah.
And somewhere in the middle, he'd have to make some joke. You know, somewhere in the middle of the movie.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh hell no.
Welcome to Earth, bitch.
You know, he's got that big hair, you know, in the movie, because in Old Boy, you know, what's his name has that crazy hair in the original. Mm-hmm. Will Smith would have a big crazy afro, and there'd be one scene he'd be like, oh hell no. Don't you know better than to touch a black man's hair? You know? Jaden.
I know, Jaden. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Hey, did they break up, by the way? I keep hearing rumors.
I kept hearing rumors too. I don't think they did.
I guess not. Yeah,
I kept hearing
that shit would have been on the news. Yeah,
yeah, you definitely would have heard about that. Yeah. I will say this on a serious note. Spike Lee. A lot of people talking about how Spike Lee would be terrible for this, and I think actually Spike Lee is a great choice to do an Old Boy. I mean, if they're going to do a remake, I think Spike Lee has such a crazy visual style, and I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, all he directs is black movies." I'm like, hey, have you not seen Inside Man?
Yeah.
You know, have you not seen 25th Hour?
25th Hour, I was about to say.
Yeah. What was the Son of Sam?
Son of Sam and Son of Sam. I actually like Son of Sam.
I did too.
Yeah. I mean, I could see him do it. I don't know if it'll be good. I mean, it may look good, but it depends on who he's casting and just.
You know who he's casting?
Who?
Okay, why am I forgetting his name?
You got me excited.
Okay, he was the lead in No Country for Old Men. Why am I forgetting this guy's name?
The lead, the guy who's in Goonies.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin's going to be the lead in it.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm like, listen, I think Spike Lee is a great director when he's given somebody else's material. I think
when somebody else is writing the script.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he's a little self-indulgent when it comes to his own stories and his own scripts, and sometimes he gets a bad script from people. Yeah. But
he's hit and miss. I mean, he definitely is hit and miss. But I mean, if somebody told me that, I wouldn't think it's crazy. Even though it's still kind of hard for me to wrap my head that America's going to try to do a remake of that film. Or I'm like, you might as well tell me fucking that fucking turtle fucking movie, Underwater Love. Somebody's going to make a remake of that. I'm like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
Whatever they do, it ain't going to be that movie.
Well, that's why, look, I have no doubt that Spielberg, if he had it, okay, he wanted to do it with Will Smith as in the lead. Spielberg did. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not feeling this. I'm not saying it wouldn't be good, but I'm not feeling this.
That would change Will Smith's career forever.
It would. And, and Will Smith is just not ready to pass, to take that kind of role. He didn't want to take the lead in, Django Unleashed.
Okay.
Tarantino's new movie. He was going to be the lead slave in that movie.
Really?
The one that becomes a bounty hunter. Turned it down with the Jamie Foxx. Will Smith ain't ready to take on these roles, I don't think. He still has his kids he's looking after and shit.
Right.
He's a family guy, squeaky clean, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But
and plus he's not hurting at the box office really.
No.
With doing those type of movies. Like
he's not, they say his star status is not where it was a few years ago, just because.
Well, whose is at when he started? Honestly.
Well, they just say that you don't see a lot of him, and they don't think that he might be the huge draw that he was. So he just needs to get himself out there more. Maybe a change like that would be good.
It's a gamble.
Spielberg, I thought I don't have any doubt that he'll keep the story, some of the more risque parts of the story intact. But when I heard Spike Lee was going to take it, I was like, I don't care what anybody says. That's a much better fit than Spielberg is for this movie.
Yeah, and I can see I can see Spike Lee trying his best to keep those fucked up moments in that film intact, even though I think a studio would probably say no, or because
it's a studio. You're right. It's a studio more afraid of than Spike Lee.
Yeah, and it's the studio atmosphere. I could see Spike Lee doing that movie and probably quitting because he'd probably have to deal with if he wanted to keep some scenes to be faithful to it. I could see the studio going, we can't do that. It's not going to be marketable, and you're still in a position to where. At one point you were a great director where you could call the shots, but now you really can't. we are, and I could see him quitting over this movie. Honestly,
Yeah.
Because I would think he would probably try his best to keep it faithful, because a lot of those fucked up moments in that movie is the spirit of that movie.
Yeah.
You know, just because you've never seen anything. I mean, you've never seen anything like it. As far as storytelling. Yeah.
I just think there's going to be some set pieces in that movie that it's going to be hard to live up to.
It really is.
You know, like the hammer in the hallway. You know.
Oh yeah. Without, I mean, that's such a memorable fucking moment. What are you going to do with that scene? I mean, how would anybody try to rehandle that as far as like, okay, do we do the same thing?
You don't do the same thing.
Do we give it a different camera? Do we even have it in the film?
Yeah. You don't try to do the same thing. You do something. You try to do something a little different with it. I believe with a movie like that. I don't know. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it more, knowing that Spike Lee is doing it. Yeah. And you're right. Spike Lee, he needs a mainstream film out there right now, because his last movie I heard was terrible. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it either.
I didn't. Because I mean,
honestly, it's always like the smaller Spike Lee films. I think the more personal films of his, I always love. Yeah. And it's like the more bigger budgeted ones, I'm kind of just like.
You didn't like Inside Man?
I never saw Inside Man, actually.
You should see Inside Man. It's great. Clive Owen and Denzel Washington.
Oh no shit.
Powering off. Yeah. It's actually really.
All right.
It's really good, man. Yeah. You've seen 25th Hour.
Yeah.
I like that movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right, man. You know what? Speaking of 25th Hour, you need to get somewhere.
Damn. Do I? Yeah. I mean, if you want to do one more question, I'm down.
I didn't see one, but I'll try to find one.
Okay. Well, if you, I'll find one. I don't want to just. Yeah, I mean, this is honestly, this kind of takes priority over anything else I'm doing. So.
All right. Seriously, I'm going down the line here. I didn't find one.
All right. Where's the shit?
I will. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm looking right now.
Well, then fuck it. All right.
I can go to the next page. Let me go to the next page and see.
All right.
I'm looking here. Okay. Oh, here's
there you go.
The only reason why I skipped over this one because I think we read one by this guy.
And Babalu Jack, I remember you, brother. It's been a long time. Like that name, I know his real name.
I like Babalu was like, sure you do. It's too late now.
I know. It's like
feelings are hurt.
I haven't heard from him in a while, but yeah, I know he's crying right now in the shower, scrubbing away. I didn't fuck him, but yeah, I know. I know
he doesn't remember me. Oh, right, Frank Scopoliti. I'm far away from the. Let me look up close. There's a lot of L's and I's in there. Scopoliti. Frank Scopoliti.
All right.
Please fuck this thought. What would you do if you only had 24 hours left to live? Here's the catch, though. No sex, and it has to be legal. You guys keep up the great work with the site. Love you guys. You know what I'd do? I wouldn't make it 24 hours because I'd be killing myself thinking I couldn't have any sex.
Yeah.
And you know what I'd do? I'd be chopping my dick off because obviously it's useless at this point.
Can we film it? we can enter it in the next
Why not?
Fantastic Fest.
I'm going to be gone.
Yeah. What would I?
Disney World, I guess. What the fuck?
I would read books.
Okay.
I would read books.
As well. Hey, you might as well. Won't be able to do anything else.
Because last night, honestly, I thought about the Reading Rainbow song only because I saw an episode of Community and LeVar Burton was on the show and they kept singing that song and the lyrics of that song I'm like, wow, I really can go into other worlds just by reading a book. And for some reason that inspired me. It's like I need to read a fucking book every once in a while.
Damn, boy, you were bored.
I'm sorry. Here we go. Last night. I just thought about this.
I can go twice as high.
Co-host is bored.
It's in a book. Reading Rainbow.
I can go anywhere.
That's the key line right there.
I'm in this room, stuck with a broom.
I
Reading
can't
Rainbow.
go anywhere while hanging out in my broom closet with the old people.
Can shoot anything.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Reading Rainbow.
I like this part right here. The end of it. Woman just floats away.
That's my favorite part. That's my favorite part right there. Go rewind real quick. At the very end when you stop, right there. I love that shit. I'm still trying to find that instrument that does that.
That's what was going on in your head last night. You were bored.
I know. You know, just stick me in a room with that fucking thing in a book and that.
I need to read.
I know. I'll get preoccupied with making that noise. Yeah, I'll just do that all day in a fucking closet with an old person. All right, stick me in a closet with that old lady and her gun, and I'll do that all day. I'll entertain her ass. I'll change her ways. I'll inspire her. Oh my god! All right, well, you know, I do have to get going. I got to go back to the Rape Fest. Yeah.
You sure you don't want to stay and read with me?
No. Yeah. What do I got here? Gamer info? Nah, that's all right.
You sure don't want to stay here and read with me, man? Be with me on Reading Rainbow.
Oh. Yes! That should be my theme song, all right?
All right, man.
All right, bro. Well, it's been a fucking blast as usual. So
Yes.
hopefully next week we will do another show, and
Yes.
it'll be that much more intense with more crazy and random shit.
As we try to
find.
save the world
As we
even
are
more.
trying our best saving the world one story at a fucking
We'll
time.
do it one day, man. We'll reach
Yes.
these people. We'll stop
if
all
only
the...
we can get a story about a fucking dolphin shooting its nephew. I mean,
An
wow.
elderly dolphin
That's
shooting.
when everything will come full circle.
a dolphin in a wheelchair with a 357 Magnum.
And then we'll go and make another circle somewhere else.
All right, man. Have fun.
All right, I'll see you guys later, bitches. Bye.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!